blew it out and placed it on his backside. He just tried to burrow deeper. Number 3, I tried to keep the match lit. That was a bad idea. Number 4, I heated up a sewing machine needle and tried to burn him with that. Frantic burrowing ensued. Number 5, I cried out to my mother. I told her I needed to go to the hospital. I wouldn't show her.
No.
I just need to go to the hospital. I only dropped trow when the nurse came into the room, to which the nurse promptly grabbed some tweezers and removed the tick from my tallywhacker with no issue, and then gave me some burn cream for my efforts.
Burn cream.
Conclusion. A tick is best removed from sensitive areas by a licensed professional with a pair of tweezers. Thanks for letting me listen, Brady. That's a wonderful tick story, Brady. A wonderful tick story.
It's a keen tick story is what it is.
If we had our camera working.
Oh, it's not
see,
working, is it?
No, you could see.
It's back up.
Oh, it is now. Okay.
I got my tick action figure, so I...
The tick. No, you never had a tick, farm boy?
Never had, no.
Hey, farm boy. Hey, farm boy.
Or I didn't know, and just it's in me somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that.
And that's why you're tired all the time.
No, we always, that was part of the process was, all right, we're back
Tick,
from camping or whatever, check for ticks.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we did that too. I don't know where I got the one that I got. It was, they're ugly little things, though.
Well, and as Blaine points out, you can tell an Ogden tick because it carries a broken beer bottle.
Yeah.
His little hands.
A little hand. All right. Traffic, please, Gina.
Crash northbound I-15 approaching the I-80 interchange. Cars are on the right shoulder and traffic is backed to 33rd South. That's the only thing UDOT is telling me. What are you telling me? What do you see? You can text it to us, only if it's safe for you to do that, of course, at 33986. For a limited time, get a professional AC or furnace tune-up for only $39 with Scott Hale Plumbing, Heating and Air. Call 801-264-HALE.
All right.
Let's see, we've got boners round 1 coming up, right? Yeah. Here are the candidates you'll be considering. Number 1, Kid Rock, true to form. Number 2, well, we got a new guy because there are some problems with the old guy. And boner candidate number 3, a new dumbest member of Congress. They just keep coming every day.
All right. Round 1 of your boners, big boy news, all coming up after these. Stand by. Also, don't forget Dr. Cobble is back. So if you have questions about the vaccine, about the COVID, get them ready. We'll take your calls as soon as we award round 1 of your boners.
He sent me an email about the variant. What is it called? The
Delta.
Delta variant. He sent me an email about that.
So he can talk about that, too. Yeah. All right. All that on the way. Stand by. Brent Scott Realty.
Yeah,
Realty.
Well, Brent Scott is with Realty Path, but you've heard him. Don't rent. Talk to Brent. Brent and his wife have been in this area for, they rescue dogs, by the way.
Is that right?
And take care of them.
Nice.
Brent Scott and his wife do that.
That's
His
nice.
wife, Brent has 16 years of experience. Don't sign with a real estate agent until you talk to Brent. For instance, you can use your 401k funds to fund buying a house without a penalty, to purchase
Really?
a house without and that might make you more competitive in this shark-infested real estate market. Brent Scott, don't rent, talk to Brent. He can help guide you through those shark-infested waters. Give Brent 10 minutes and he can change your life. He's helped hundreds of happy people find their dream home. Call Brent. 877-BRENT-41. 1-877-BRENT-41. Don't rent. Talk to Brent.
It is the 23rd century. Humans have left the lowly confines of planet Earth and have sought their destiny among the stars. While many things have changed, one constant remains: the need for young men to venture forth and do the work of the Lord. This is the tale of two such men who at the age of 19 have answered the call of their general authorities and are embarking on a 2-year mission to spread the gospel throughout the galaxy. This is the story of Space Elders! In this episode, we find our missionaries tracting underground on Janus 6. Wow, would you look at these caverns? They're incredible.
You sure we have the right planet?
Yeah, I am. Janus 6. Why, Jas?
Oh, just because this planet is uninhabited, that's all.
Well, I'm sure that Zone Leader Hansen had a good reason to send us here.
Yeah, like all the residents of this planet were killed by some unknown force, and he's hoping that we stumble upon it.
Now, Butch, you be nice. Hey, looky here. Perfectly round, shiny rocks.
Hey, a collection of bowling balls. Well, maybe there is life on this planet after all.
I don't think those are bowling balls. Hey, you shouldn't be touching those.
Well, you're right. They ain't bowling balls. The weight's all wrong, and they don't have holes drilled in them. Hey, you hear that?
You mean the menacing sound of a big rock sneaking up on us?
Yeah. What do you think it is?
Well, from the looks of it, I'd say it's a big rock sneaking up on us.
What the flip?
Oh, you better put down the bowling ball real slow and easy, Butch. I don't think the big rock that's been sneaking up on us likes the way you're handling it, and it's staring at us, too.
Okay, here you go.
It's backing off. Excuse me, Mr. or Mrs. Big Rock. I'm Elder Christiansen, and this is Elder Jensen.
Hi. Hey, look, it's burning some words into the cavern floor. Me, Horta, these my babies. No kill I. Hey, she's friendly, and she has kids, so it means she must be married.
Mrs. Horta, we represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You know, the Mormons. Hey, she just crossed out the no from no kill I.
Oh, so much for being a friendly rock.
Looks like this might just be a time to make an exit there, Lehigh. Let me just grab one of these little rocks as a souvenir. My cousin would love to have a real live pet rock.
I don't think she wants you to have one of our babies, Butch. Look out! Is this the end of our missionaries? Will Butch get to send a pet rock home to his cousin? Will Lehigh make him put it back? Is it legal to bowl with a silicone-like form egg? To find out the answers to these questions, tune in next time to hear Butch say...
Okay, lady, back off or the little rock gets it.
Now, Butch, that's no way to talk to a prospective convert. Now give her back her baby. On the next bone-chilling episode of Space Elders!
My computer locked up on me.
Oh, no.
Sorry about that. It's fixed now. But we will continue. It is time for, well, round one of your boners. Should I send people to x96.com/live today? Because
Yeah, it's
or are we
working
having problems? You know, okay.
It's fine.
It's working now? All right. x96.com/live. You can see us broadcasting from our homes. You can have a slight computer problem that makes it so I can't put the drop in the right place. Sorry about that. But it is working now because it's time for Boners Round 1. Here we go. 3 news stories. These are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior, and you will decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become Boner of the Day. Winning here does not make it Boner of the Day. It secures a spot in the finals at Boner Dome. Round 2 happens at 8:20. 3 different candidates. We get another winner there. Take that winner, this winner, put them against each other. At 9:20 this morning is when Boner Fight happens. That's when you decide Boner of the Day. So let's pick our champion from this round 1 to send forward. Here we go. 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote, and one of you lucky random Boner voters will receive
a pair of general admission tickets to Fan X. X96 proud to welcome Fan X Comic and Pop Culture Convention, September 16th through the 18th. Tickets are 25% off until Father's Day at fanxsaltlake.com. Listen all week to Radio from Hell in the mornings, and then Corey in middays to win tickets. Get an extra chance to win VIP tickets at x96.com.
All right.
Here's Boner candidate number 1, Kid Rock, true to form.
Yep.
Kid Rock angrily calling a group of fans using their cell phones to record his concert a homophobic slur. He called them a bunch of effing F-words.
Yeah, we know what it is.
Okay. Gestured to his crotch as well when he was on stage. TMZ released video of the country rock rapper using the homophobic slur, an incident that happened on June 5th at a bar called Fish Lips Resort and Grill in Smithville, Tennessee. The clip finds Rock annoyed with the fans who are filming him. He begins with F your iPhone and then repeats, "You can post this," before gesturing to his crotch. "You effing F words with your phones," he adds before the video cuts off. One audience member can be heard supporting Kid Rock's rant against phone recording, while another can be seen giving a look of disapproval.
So there were 2 people at the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's. I don't.
We're
I
not
don't even.
surprised. I mean, you know, he's.
I don't think I'm even. You can't even be slightly supportive of him for being angry about people recording the concert on their cell phones. Who cares?
I mean, it's just the way things are now. I mean,
Yeah.
You can say don't do it, please don't do it, but people will do it.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I mean,
he's-
I'd rather watch the show than try to catch it on my
Yeah.
little phone. I'd rather watch the live show, but that's not the way that the world works these days.
He's horrible.
But
Yes.
yeah, we're
But
not
he-
surprised. You know, he was invited to the White House by Trump. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
He lives in a mansion. And he has everything. So, yeah. Anyway, he's true to form, Kid Rock. Here's Boner candidate number 2. We got a new guy because there's some problems with the old guy. This is some local story. Less than a week after Fox 13 exposed grandiose lies on a University of Utah executive's resume, the school has named his temporary replacement. Diane Parisi is now acting managing director of Pioneer Theater Company. According to her LinkedIn page, Parisi has worked for the school's theater since 1994, so I'd say she's probably a known quantity.
Yeah.
She has served as director of development since 1998. Meanwhile, Christopher Massimini is still listed on the University of Utah's website as managing director of the Pioneer Theater Company. A spokesperson for the University of Utah confirmed that Massimini is still employed on personal leave, however. Fox 13 found Massimini to have repeatedly lied about his work experience, advertising himself as a major player in theater, television, film, advertising, video games, and music industries.
He oversold it? That's what got made him
Oh no,
suspicious?
it's worse than that.
Oh.
Among the false information, Massimini states that he received the Humanitarian of the Year award
Wow.
and an honorary key to the city in Washington, D.C. from an organization that does not exist. The same medal that he showed as his honorary, key to the city medal, you can buy that medal online for $4.25.
Oh, boy.
A former University of Utah employee confirms Massimini used public money to pay for a trip to go back to accept this award that didn't exist. He also states that he worked as an advertising guru for Old Spice, Coca-Cola, and the KFC campaign. He also claims to have been a producer on Resident Evil and Final Fantasy video games.
None of it's true.
No.
He has not returned multiple requests for comment. Seems to have kind of disappeared. Boner candidate number 2. Well, we got a new guy because, there's some problems with the old guy.
What? I lied on my resume. Everybody does it.
Padding. It's called padding. It's just a little padding.
Listen, as the president of the Motion Picture Association of America, I can just say to you that this is beyond the pale.
Coming up in a moment, Boner candidate number 3, a new dumbest member of Congress, and they just seem to keep coming every day.
Yes, they do. All right, Boner candidate number 3 for round 1. Coming up after this, Big Boy News and Opinioendo, brought to you by
Feldman's Deli wants to thank their customers for their generous support during these challenging times. They are open, offering dine-in, patio, and takeout service Tuesday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Come in for a nosh at Utah's only authentic Jewish deli. More information at feldmansdeli.com.
Broadway and TV actor Titus Burgess has expressed support on social media for his Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt co-star Ellie Kemperer after she apologized for participating in a debutante ball with a racist past. Now, this happened quite some time ago.
She was 19, I think.
On Monday, Burgess shared Kemperer's apology to his own Instagram page after evidence resurfaced online of the office alum being crowned Queen of Love and Beauty at the Fair St. Louis in 1999 when she was 19. The annual event, previously called the Veiled Prophet Ball, and the organization behind it have a history of excluding black people and have been accused of affiliating with the Ku Klux Klan, prompting some to dub Kemperer a KKK princess. After details and a photo of her coronation recently went viral. I love my Ellie, Titus Burgess posted on Instagram. And next time, just ask me, and I'll tell you what to do, he said. In the Netflix sitcom Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Burgess and Kemperer portrayed roommates and friends, Titus and Kimmy. So she has said in her apology, I didn't know who this organization was.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of their history. Ignorance is no excuse. I was old enough to have educated myself before getting involved. But I unequivocally deplore, denounce, and reject white supremacy. At the same time, I acknowledge that because of my race and my privilege, I am the beneficiary of a system that has dispensed unequal justice and unequal rewards. Now, Titus Burgess, if you don't know, is a African American, and he says, she's fine, she's wonderful, and I think she probably just. She didn't know. It was a pageant where she could get a prize and maybe a scholarship. And Katie, did you know that the Toyota Supra that Paul Walker drove in the Fast and the Furious, it's up for auction? Just so you know.
If only I had the money, I actually probably would get it.
The custom 1994 Toyota Supra, driven by Paul Walker in the Fast and the Furious, is scheduled to cross the auction block in Las Vegas on June 19th, and they're thinking, well...
Anybody want to buy it for me? It would be a dream to own one of those cars.
They say a stock version of this car in perfect condition is worth $134,000, but the fact that it was driven by Paul Walker probably makes it worth a lot more than that. So the drug company, the drug maker Pfizer, They're expanding their vaccine test to kids under 12.
Good, yeah.
They, after a first step study in a number of young children to test different doses, Pfizer is ready to enroll about 4,500 young volunteers at more than 90 sites in the United States, Finland, Poland, and Spain. The vaccine is now authorized for anyone older than 12 or older, but they're looking at it. 5 to 11-year-olds will begin this week, and then maybe they'll do even younger than that. And then it's, of course, a matter of convincing their parents that they should get the vaccine. And a man has chained himself to the Utah Theater in downtown Salt Lake to protest the building's sale. In December of 2019, the Salt Lake Redevelopment Agency announced that it was in the process of selling the building, which was originally called the Utah Pantages Theater. Since then, Michael Valentine and the Save the Pantages group have been working to stop what they're calling the corrupt sale of the building. This week, Valentine began a hunger strike outside the building. All of our sister Pantages theaters have been saved, he said. So there are a few across the country. There is a way to save this. We have Sundance. We have a historical theater district we could build right here. The theater needs to be saved.
How does he go to the bathroom? These are questions.
Well, I don't know.
He's
sit,
chained himself
but maybe he stands. I don't know.
He has chained himself to the building. How long has he been there? How does he go to the bathroom?
The theater is literally a gilded venue for people who could afford to pay for entry, and it would take care of tens of millions. It would take tens of millions of taxpayer dollars to bring back the theater, said Salt Lake City Mayor Aaron Mendenhall. Just too expensive to do in its condition. Mendenhall says the process has been transparent and lawful, the way it's been conducted. And
I feel like she said she wanted to save it until she went and toured it and realized what bad shape it was in.
Yeah, she told us. By the way, she said that she will send EMT crews, medics, to periodically to check on Mr. Valentine's health and well-being.
To see if he's going to the bathroom.
And to see if he's going to the bathroom.
Don't know how he does that.
I don't know, Gina. It's not very hard to go downtown and ask him.
I'm just wondering if he thought this through. Like, I'm going to chain myself here, and then oh great, now what do I do?
Probably
I didn't
not.
think about going to the bathroom.
I don't think he thought about it.
And finally, this story. The New York Times published and then quickly deleted an article claiming that there were watermelons found on Mars.
What?
New York Times, fields of watermelons found on Mars. Authorities say rise of fruit aliens is to blame for a glut of outer space watermelons. That's what the story, they published it online. It was deleted less than an hour later, according to a partial cache of the contents on Google News. The FBI declined to comment on reports of watermelons raining down, but confirmed that kiwis have been intercepted, it said in the article. So it's somebody messing around with the New York Times.
It's cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
No, Gina, you said that wrong. It's cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
You gotta do the. Take it up.
All right, that's it.
All right. Weather, traffic.
So we have this red flag warning. Why do we have that? Because it's hot and dry and windy, which is a perfect storm for fire. So be extra careful now if you can. 91 for a high today. Now there's a cold front blowing in. Not going to be any rain really associated with it, but it will drop the temperatures quite a bit. We'll be down in the low 70s by tomorrow. It'll creep back up into the 90s by the weekend, but much cooler tomorrow. Traffic, we have a crash northbound I-15 approaching the I-80 interchange. Cars are on the right shoulder. Traffic backed to 33rd South. And let's see. Fire affecting the roadway SR 66. This is up by East Canyon in Morgan County, affecting both directions of traffic in that area. Stay away from there. No good way to get around that. If you see something that people need to stay away from, you can text it to us, 33986, and I'll pass it along. For a limited time, get a professional AC or furnace tune-up for only $39 with Scott Hale Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Call 801-264-HALE.
Here's boner candidate number 3. There's a new dumbest member of Congress. They keep coming every day. Republican Representative Mo Brooks of Alabama was widely criticized as perhaps the dumbest member of Congress after tweeting a photo. The image included important personal information, including his passwords and PIN numbers. Mr. Brooks' tweet was posted to lash out at a fellow member of the House of Representatives. The GOP representative from Alabama's 5th Congressional District, which includes Huntsville, ranted on Twitter his wife was unlawfully served with a subpoena by the Democratic Representative Eric Swalwell of California because the server, quote, snuck into my house and accosted my wife. And then he tweeted a photo of the law from his computer, which had taped to the bottom of it all like his passwords, because he can't remember them. So he tapes it onto the bottom of his computer, and he tweeted that out.
Didn't even think about it.
And he's on some security committee or something like that?
Yeah, yes, he is. Several hours later, the tweet had still not been deleted. Eventually, Mo Brooks was alerted to his error and replaced the tweet. But the internet's forever,
It's
Mo.
out there.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, that's boner candidate number 3.
All right. Let's review the first 2 and vote.
Boner candidate number 1, Kid Rock, being true to form, yelling homophobic slurs from the stage at people who were filming his show with their iPhone. And I don't know why he has to use if you want to yell at him, why do you have to use a homophobic word to do
exactly.
it? I don't get that. That's boner candidate number 1. Number 2, hey, we got a new guy because, there's some problems with this old guy. University of Utah naming a new management director in response to an investigation by Fox 13. The other managing guy claimed awards that he'd never received and traveled on university money to go pick up these imaginary awards. And boner candidate number 3, a new dumbest member of Congress. They just keep coming every day.
We're going to take your votes now for Boners Round 1, but don't forget, as soon as we award Round 1 of the Boners, right after these messages, start calling in with your questions for Dr. Cobble. He's back, and he can talk about the COVID vaccine and the COVID, masks, all of that stuff. He'll answer your questions. He's a doctor. He's not some guy sitting in his car on YouTube, okay? All right, so get ready to call in for that. Right now it's time to vote for Round 1 of your boners. Here we go. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Put that single digit in the message of a text, and then text that to 33986. Or you can go online, x96.com, look for the box that says Boner Voting, June 9, 2021. Vote online. Or call the producer's booth at 877-602-9696. Winning here does not make it Boner of the Day. It does send to the finals, Boner Dome. We'll have round 2 at 8:20 with 3 more candidates, another winner there. And Boner Dome, Boner Fight, the finals happen at 9:20 this morning. That's when you'll decide Boner of the Day. All right, so be ready. Here we go. This is round 1.
Yeah, I enjoyed that class yesterday.
You did you?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Well, you don't have to come to them.
Why would you think that I don't want to come?
Carrie, I have because I am one of the kings of sarcasm, I note sarcasm in your voice.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He had a great
I thought it was a
time.
grand waste of time. I'll
Yes,
be quite
sir.
honest with you. All right? Because in those classes, there's maybe 5 kids who are actually interested in radio, and the rest of them are getting an easy credit.
Carrie.
So the first thing we do when we get to the class is we say, all right, first of all, who's here for an easy credit? And those people who raise their hand, leave. Go right now. We'll sign a form, whatever it takes. Just get out of here.
You would deny a college student an easy credit? What kind of a Grinch are you?
I'm not denying them an easy credit. If it were up to me, we would close down the college radio stations, but we don't. That's an easy credit. They can do that.
Carrie,
It's just, while I'm there, I don't want to deal with people who just don't want to be there. That's why I don't speak to schools. That's why I hate that stuff.
Now, be honest. You don't speak to schools because you're not allowed.
There's
usually.
that true.
You
That's
used
true.
to speak to school.
You see the basis of education. And by the way, the kids that want to be there, they just sit there like lumps anyway.
No, there were a couple of them in the back talking. One who arrived 20 minutes late, and then he sat in the back talking with his
that's
buddy.
rude.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And
when
I-
he came in late, I almost said to him, why are you bothering? Why don't you just leave?
You know, and he's sitting in the back talking with one of his friends, and I'm like,
You should have said something. I didn't notice that.
I didn't either.
I nearly did, but then he shut up because I started staring him down.
If you can just touch one child.
I don't
That's
need.
all.
Look,
I don't want him touching any children.
I don't.
Why
that's
he's
true.
not allowed? Well,
I don't need to understand education. I'm not trying to take away their breeze through their, college degree. I'm there for an hour. That's all. 5 students who are interested, that's great. Everybody else take off. We'll sit and have a chat with 5 people. I'll touch those 5. That's good.
all right.
Especially that Heidi from yesterday. She was really cute. But anyway.
See again why he's not allowed.
She was very interested in what we were
She
doing.
was.
She
She was
wanted
very
to
interested.
learn.
And I heard her on the radio, on the college radio station. She's very good. I think someday we'll be working with her.
Maybe not now that you said that.
No, I'm
Not as
I don't want to work with those guys.
not her partner Pickle, of course, but
It was Pickle and the turd bag. What was the other guy?
Pickle, Turd, and
Carl.
Heidi, I think is what it was. Oh yeah, Carl.
His name's Carl.
Apparently we made Carl cry.
Really?
Is what
Yeah,
I
I
was
heard
told.
he was laying on the floor of the break room.
So and again,
Crying.
if we can discourage someone from getting into radio, that's also
Your
we-
job is done.
Particularly you, Carl.
Already, we started with Carl. He's done. He will not be in radio anymore. So mission
So some
accomplished at
good
Cedar
has
City.
happened.
Some good has happened.
And think of it this way too. Carl will go on to better things. He will be a professional clown that entertains at kids' parties. That's what he'll be good
He'll be the
at.
creepy clown with the Cro-Magnon brow is what he will be.
Follow Bill Allred on Twitter at RFHBill. This is Radio from Hell on X96.
Okay, 7:45. We've got your votes ready for round one of the boners, so don't call in with your votes anymore. Call in now with your questions for Dr. Cobble. 877-602-9696. He can answer your questions about the vaccine and about COVID and masking and distance.
The variant that's coming, the COVID variant that's going to come and sweep the world.
All that coming up. He's not a guy on Facebook or a YouTube channel sitting in his car telling you that they'll make the keys will stick to your forehead now that you have the the vaccine. So 877-602-9696. Let's begin with awarding round one of your boners here.
And it's brought to you in part by teriyaki chicken with pineapple.
And this summer, downtown Salt Lake's Main Street will be closed to cars and open to pedestrians Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays from noon on. Restaurants, bars, and shops will extend their service onto sidewalks with music, art, tech each night. Learn more at downtownslc.org.
Boner candidate number one was Kid Rock, being true to form, yelling homophobic slurs at audience members who were filming a show he was doing. Boner candidate number two, well, we got a new guy because, some problems with the old guy. University of Utah having to name a new managing director at the Pioneer Theater, I believe it was, because the old guy, by the way, the new guy I think is a woman, but the old guy said he'd won like a humanitarian award from Humanitarian Award of the Year and a key to the city of Washington, D.C., all kinds of stuff that apparently are not quite true. And then boner candidate number three, the new dumbest member of Congress. They just keep coming every day. This time it is Republican Representative Mo Brooks of Alabama, who accidentally posted his Gmail password and PIN numbers on Twitter. John won some Fan X tickets from us for being a random boner voter, and the winner was boner candidate number three, new dumbest member of Congress. They keep coming every day.
All right, there you go. That is the winner of round one's voting. It now goes forward to Boner Fight. Might be Boner of the Day. Round two happens at 8:20 with three more candidates. We get another winner there. That's at 8:20. Then we take both of our winners and put them against each other. Boner of the Day is decided by you at 9:20 this morning. That's when Boner Fight happens. All right, is this sponsored, Gina?
Yes, it's time to buy a new Honda from your Utah Honda dealer. 0% APR financing. See UtahHondaDealers.com.
Dr. Michael Cobble is with us. He was on vacation for a while, and I'm interested in talking to Dr. Cobble a little bit about what it was like traveling because of COVID. But you can ask him any question you want about coronavirus, the vaccines, all of that stuff. All you have to do is call us right now at 877-602-9696. That's 877-602-9696. Any question you want about coronavirus or the vaccines available. Good morning, Dr. Cobble.
Good morning, all of you guys.
Hi there.
So what was it like traveling? This was international travel. Were there restrictions or hassles because of COVID?
A little bit. We went to Africa, and we had to do declarations before we entered. You had to get your temperature checked before you entered any facility, filled out so much paperwork. They were remarkably safer and more aggressive about monitoring this over there. And then flying back, Amsterdam would not let anyone fly through there unless they were a resident or you'd had a test within 24 hours. And so it wasn't the 72-hour restriction. And our tests were like 32 hours, so we had to book our flight through Paris, so we had to stay an extra night, which delayed me getting back to work. But, yeah, I mean, wearing masks for 32 hours while you're traveling through airports and airplanes was mildly uncomfortable. But they were a lot safer over there. You come back here to America, and I think only about 20% of the people walking in my office now and 20% of the people that I'm seeing out and about are wearing masks anymore, which is fine if you're vaccinated. But
because the virus is gone, isn't it?
Well, it moved to India for a while.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So you sent me, Dr. Cobble, an email about the Delta variant 33% resistance with one dose of vaccine against the Delta variant. What is the Delta variant, and what's happening with that?
Well, that appeared to be the mutation out of India. They're trying not to name it after the location because it gives this, this bad,
Yeah.
So that was the mutation coming out of India. It's, I think, about 46% of the cases now in the UK. And then it's only about 7% of the United States cases, but it's remarkably more contagious and highly contagious in the 12 to 20-year age group.
Really?
Contagious in adults also, but I think the bad thing is if we don't get the kids vaccinated and they start spreading it and they give it to their unvaccinated parents and grandparents and friends. The Cleveland Clinic just published a new study with 52,000 employees that showed that all the people catching the virus are unvaccinated people. And actually, if you previously had caught this, the recurrence rate was only 0.7%. So I've only had one patient catch it twice. Mm-hmm. So it looks like, and the point they made with this is if you caught COVID or you have antibodies to it, you probably don't need a vaccine. But anyone that is unvaccinated or hasn't had COVID previously definitely needs a vaccine because your chance of catching this if you previously had it or you've been vaccinated is 0.7%.
Right. Do we have some questions on the phone yet?
We do. We have a couple of phone calls coming in. 877-602-9696. Our first question comes from someone who wishes to remain anonymous.
Okay, Anonymous, what's your question?
Hey, so I work for one of the major hospitals in Salt Lake, and I had heard rumor that they might be making I asked about if it was going to be mandated for healthcare workers, the vaccine. And if we would treat it like the flu virus or the flu vaccine, if you don't get it, you still have to wear a mask through the season. And they were saying they were considering that once it gets past emergency use for the vaccine. So I'm just wondering if you've heard any whispers or any idea of what might be happening for the healthcare workers down the line.
That's a great question. I don't know if they'll mandate it. I know when I went to medical school back in the 80s, we had to get hepatitis vaccines or you couldn't attend. I would be shocked that anyone that's working in the healthcare field didn't want to get a vaccine just because the risk of hospitalization with this is about 10%. The risk of death is 1 to 2%. There was a cool study in children recently that showed that about 13% of hospitalizations are actually children currently. And that was in a large-scale study. If you look at places like Utah, it's only about 2 or 3% of hospitalizations are children. But if you look at the larger United States, especially inner cities and ethnic groups, it's 13% of hospitalizations currently now are in children. So I think everyone should get vaccinated if they can, especially if you work in your field.
I don't know why we don't. Why wouldn't a hospital say, well, you can't work here if you don't have your vaccinations? You just can't do it.
Well, I think they're going to do that. I'd be shocked if they don't mandate that. I think I don't know what the HR and what all the legal ramifications are, but we're supposed to wear seatbelts when we drive, and we're still having about 500 Americans die every day from COVID. 500 Americans die every day from COVID. About 100 die every day from car automobile accidents. So, and yet we have to follow these driving laws that have been put in place for many, many years, but everyone wants to fight the mask and the vaccine.
Yeah, exactly. All right, thank you, Anonymous. Let's go to Kyle. Hello, Kyle.
What's your question, Kyle? Kyle?
Did we lose Kyle?
Oh, Kyle.
I'm sorry, is that me?
I guess it is. What's your name?
My name is Kylie.
Kylie.
Hi,
Okay,
Kylie.
that's close to Kyle, but
What's your question?
My question is that in Utah there's a lot of people that I guess are just really welcome to the idea of not having a mask. Even in my office, there's nobody who has any masks now. So is it really safe to not wear a mask if you're vaccinated right now?
Yeah, again, I think the chance of catching this if you're vaccinated is 0.7%, so it's extremely low. And again, I think if you're in an office that's well ventilated and the rooms are large and you're not in groups of 20 or 30 people, then wearing your mask is probably not necessary. I still wear my mask. I've been vaccinated.
Yep.
I just don't know who's been vaccinated that comes in my door. And I think that if
Right.
you're comfortable wearing your mask and
thank
you
you.
can take it off when you're in your room by yourself, that's great.
Okay.
And that's the thing, is that some of those people in your office could be lying about being vaccinated. So,
But
you know.
I mean, but theoretically, you are
I know,
protected
right?
from them.
Yeah, theoretically, you are protected from them because you're vaccinated. But
Yeah.
you know,
Thanks, Kylie.
thank you. Let's go to quickly Spencer. Hi, Spencer.
What's your question, Spencer? Spencer? Or whatever your
or
name
something that sounds
might
like
be?
Spencer.
This is Spencer. Hey, sorry about that.
Yeah,
Okay,
button.
All right.
Go ahead. Speak up, Spencer.
Hey, have you guys already been reached about your car's extended warranty?
Thanks, Spencer. Bye-bye.
He thought that was funny.
He thought that was funny, and he waited for all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to hear what he had to say.
I'm sorry. Well, your car might be out of warranty, Dr. Cobble.
All
So.
right. 877-602-9696 is the phone number. If there's any doubt that these phone calls are live, I think there you go. Yeah, call, ask your questions of Dr. Cobble, and we'll have more after these. We're also taking some text questions. We prefer your calls, but we'll take your text questions as well. Traffic, please, Gina.
Yeah, there's a multi-vehicle crash southbound Legacy Parkway and Woods Cross. The right lane and shoulder are blocked, and it's backing toward Bountiful. Minor fender bender on-ramp from the quarry to go westbound I-80. And let's see, possible stalled vehicle at the top of the on-ramp from 106 South and Sandy to northbound I-15. The right lane and shoulder are blocked there. And let me check our message stream. Nope, people asking questions of Dr. Cobble on the message stream, but no traffic there. 33986. If you can call in those questions for Dr. Cobble, we're more likely to get to them there. But if you need to text him, you can do that too. It's time to buy a new Honda from your Utah Honda dealers with 0% APR financing. See UtahHondaDealers.com.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back with more from Dr. Cobble. Manscaped.com.
Look, Father's Day, I was searching for it the other day, Father's Day, and I found out that it's right around the corner.
Where?
Around the corner.
Oh,
So
okay.
what you need to do is be thinking of, how about an unusual gift for your dad this year? Manscaped offers just such a thing. Manscaped they are the global leaders in below-the-waist grooming. And I think your dad needs to be introduced to that, frankly. So Manscaped will offer him a trimmer that is just incredible. It's the 4.0. It's the perfect trimmer for home and on the go. It includes a multi-function on-off switch that can engage a travel lock. It has a light. It's waterproof. This is a great trimmer. All kinds of things for male grooming are available at Manscaped, so go check them out, and then when you decide what you're going to get for your dad, use the promo code X96. You'll get 20% off and free shipping. That's X96, 20% off, free shipping from Manscaped.com.
Thanks a lot for answering our ad. Look, we've got a lot of other people to interview, so we'll just let you know, okay? Loser.
God, what a bunch of no-loads. I mean, we haven't had one single applicant that I'd even consider hiring. Why are they so bad?
I just think it shows you the quality of people who read the paper.
Yeah.
Losers, all of them.
I don't know. Maybe it's the way the ad is worded. How does it read?
I think I wrote it just the way we talked about. Look, here it is.
Okay.
Oh, listen. We need a new stalker. Do you think you have what it takes? If so, apply in person to Kerry and Bill, the Radio from Hell guys at X96. Previous stalking experience is not required. We will train. X96 is an equal opportunity employer.
That's pretty straightforward. Guess I'm just getting discouraged. I don't think we're ever going to find anybody to replace the old guy.
Well, now, we both agreed that no matter how much we liked him, it would just be stupid of us to wait for him to get out.
Oh, all right.
We're just going to have to keep looking.
Okay. Lori, send in the next applicant, please.
Oh, hello, boys.
Hello, Chunga. Send in the next applicant, will you? We're in a hurry.
No, you don't understand. I am the next applicant.
What? Oh my God, you're serious? You want to stalk us?
We.
You're not impressing us by speaking French.
No, I mean we want to stalk you. All 10 of my personalities, including Tina the lap dancer. Let's look at this logically, boys. I'm already on the payroll. I know your phone numbers and where you live. And I can gut and skin a rabbit in less than 2 minutes. And you guys probably don't know this, but I've seen both of you naked. Lots of times. And, well, I love you.
Hey, that wasn't bad. What do you think, Bill? He's creeping me out.
Well, let's try the phone test.
Okay.
All right, pretend that it's 3 a.m. There's a thunder and lightning storm going on. My phone rings. I pick it up, and it's you, Chunga. What do you say?
Hello, Bill. Want to go to a jazz game?
No! Doesn't work.
No.
Try again. Phone rings. I pick it up. It's you. What do you say, Chunga?
Bill, it's me, Chunga. Want to go over to Cummings and watch them hand-dip chocolates?
Not even scary. Not scary at all. I'm sorry, Chunga. You just don't have what it takes. Look, send in the next one, would you?
Oh, come on, you guys. I know you don't like all the other stalker candidates. They stink. Besides, there's only one guy left in the lobby, and it's Frank Layton wearing one of his wife's old moo-moos, and his face is smeared with red lipstick.
Red lipstick, huh? Well, I'll send him in.
Mr. Layton, the boys will see you now.
Hello, girls!
Radio from Hell on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. X96.
Okay, let's continue with your phone calls and text questions for Dr. Cobble.
We got somebody there on the line?
We do. We have Jeremy on the line. Go ahead.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hi, thanks for letting me listen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so I have a quick question. We're finally going to be traveling this summer after the year of lockdown, and we're going to go see some family out of the state. My wife and I have been vaccinated, but my daughter's too young to be. So should my daughter be wearing her mask even with our family members that have been vaccinated?
Yeah, I think if everyone's been vaccinated, I don't think you need to worry about the kids. Again, if you're going to be in an enclosed environment, so if you're going to go to a movie theater or a restaurant, and you don't know the other people in that environment, whether they're vaccinated, your daughter should wear her mask. But I think if you're outside or you're in a well-ventilated setting, and you're not going to be there more than 20, 30, 40 minutes, if she's around people that you don't know their vaccine status, then she should wear a mask. But if everyone's vaccinated, she should be fine. And Pfizer and Moderna are starting to study this in kids 5 and older.
Yeah.
So currently the vaccines are recommended for 12 and older, which is great. I don't see the kids under 12 catch this very easily unless they're in an enclosed space. So great question. If everyone's vaccinated, your child should be fine without a mask.
Okay.
Thank you so much. That makes me feel better.
Good.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. Let's go to Alex. Hello, Alex.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, we can. What's up?
So it kind of actually goes off of the previous question. So my wife and I are vaccinated, but my parents don't feel that it's necessary, as do most of my extended family. My parents want to come and visit, but we have actually told them no multiple times because we know they aren't vaccinated. So if they came, what would be the risk they would pose to my 5-year-old and my 1-year-old if they were to stay long-term, like overnight?
Well, again, the risk to your children is high because your parents are not vaccinated, and I think you've made the right decision. The sad part is there are a lot of families that argue one way or the other over this, but I think that people are welcome in my home if they're vaccinated. They're not welcome if they're not.
Parents or no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, just ask him how badly do you want to see your grandkids? You know, I mean, it's a simple question.
We actually pulled that with the flu vaccines. They hadn't even had their flu vaccine when my son was born, and we said, well, you get the vaccine or you don't see him, and they got the vaccine. So
I mean, you're allowed to make the rules in your own house of what, and they need to.
Exactly.
It's nothing personal.
As we've always told Gina, she's allowed to make the rules in her own house.
I mean,
it's do as I say, not as I do.
It's such a life
because we want to see them, but they
Yeah.
just seem to think that the vaccine doesn't exist, and I don't know how to get it through to them that they need to get it.
I know it
that's
exists.
how you
I've
say
had
it. If you want to come stay with us, you have to have it, or you're gonna have to stay in a hotel or something.
Well, and maybe your option is, we wouldn't let you drive the kids around without seatbelts on or without their child protective seats. And them catching COVID is higher chance than being involved in a car accident. So, we're just trying to be safe for the kids, and we'd love to have you around. We know the vaccine saves lives and it's very protective. Please get it. We want to see you. I think if you just show love and caring and concern, you're not trying to shame them. You're not trying to make them feel bad. We want everyone to be out circulating and doing what they want to do and see the people they love. And the vaccine is such a simple gesture to make.
Yeah.
It's so easy. It's simple. It's free. It works.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yep. See you later.
Thank you. Let's see. A couple of text questions. Do veterans that were exposed to burn pits have an elevated risk if they get COVID?
There's nobody studied that. I think the people that have elevated risk is age and obesity. So prediabetes, diabetes, people with pre-existing medical problems. But nobody studied I think just being a veteran probably puts you at risk. For me, working at the VA Medical Center, most of them smoked and were overweight and had poor diets. And as you get older, those things just add up.
All right. Here's a question. Is there a difference between an immunization and a vaccination?
No, I'd say they're the same thing.
Okay. Let's see. Are they ever going to make the inhaler vaccine for kids that are afraid of needles?
I don't know. That's a great question. With the flu mist, we loved that. That was a nasal vaccine, and the kids loved it. My parents loved it. It was easy. When I say my parents, I don't mean mine. Parents in my practice. I don't know if that never caught on because it was more expensive to make and a little bit harder to distribute. But I would say probably not. I think the injection is just so simple. And with that being said, I know there may be a few more questions. With SARS-1, when we had that 20 years ago, that was an isolated SARS, and it was removed. It was eradicated in a year. But people that caught that infection had antibodies for more than 2 years, and then we quit testing. And I think what the Cleveland Clinic study just showed, which is awesome, is that people that have had this have immunity, and it appears to be long-term. So the people that are killing others and putting the rest of us at risk are the unvaccinated people. So I think the key is if you've caught this, you're probably immune. And we can do antibody testing for those people that want to know. My dad got vaccinated end of December and then second vaccine mid-January. He and mom did not have any side effects, and about 20% of people don't. So my question was, did they develop an immune response? So when we got back from vacation, I tested his antibodies, and he did have antibodies. So the vaccine did work for him because the new antibody testing is testing both for pre-existing illness or the spike 2 protein. I know probably in January, February, we had someone ask the question, I got vaccinated, I went and got antibody tested, it didn't show up. Well, back in January, February, March, we were not testing for the spike 2 protein. But now when we do the antibody test, it's testing for pre-existing infection or immune response from the vaccine. It won't differentiate the two. It just says you've either had it or you've been vaccinated. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But if you've had it, you still need the vaccine. Don't take having it as that you don't need to get the vaccine.
You could get antibody tested. You could get antibody tested. If you have antibodies, then you do have immunity. And that's what Cleveland Clinic showed. So, up until that was published yesterday, I was still telling people, if you had COVID 6 months ago, then, get vaccinated. One of the cardiologists we work with, who's mid-50s, my age, he caught COVID late fall, missed 2 months of work, lost 50 pounds. He said it's not the weight loss program you want to be on.
No.
He got pericarditis and gastroenteritis, severe gastral stuff, no respiratory problems, but cardiac GI problems. And he's not sure if he's going to recover some of those things. And, here's a guy. So, again, I think every medical worker, every teacher, anyone that's in a high-risk environment needs to be vaccinated.
But the good news is he probably has the antibodies and is immune from getting it. That's the good news there, right there. All right. Dr. Cobble, thank you for being with us this time, and we'll talk to you again next week, I hope.
Sounds great. Take care.
All right. See ya.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Traffic, please, Gina.
Crash northbound I-15 collector at 86 South in Midvale. Actually heard from a couple friends of the program via text at 33986 about that area. Lots of police presence there, they said. Crash westbound I-80 at State Street in South Salt Lake. And let's see, multi-vehicle crash southbound Legacy Parkway and Woods Cross. Right lane and shoulder are blocked. That's causing delays toward Bountiful. And what do you see? Like I said, you can text us if you see something. You want to pass it along to friends of the program. I'd be happy to do that for you. You can just send it in at 33986. Need a great auto loan rate? Granite Credit Union has auto loans at 1.99% financing. Go to granite.org for details. Awesome auto rates and benefits only at granite.org.
All right.
Boners round 2 coming up. Here are the candidates you'll consider. Number 1, where are Jake and Elwood when you need them? Boner candidate number 2, if there's sexy on your phone, it's never safe. And boner candidate number 3, oh, come on, let the band perform.
All right, boners round 2 coming up, along with Big Boy News and Opinioendo after these. X96.
is the 23rd century. Humans have left the lowly confines of planet Earth and have sought their destiny among the stars. While many things have changed, one constant remains: the need for young men to venture forth and do the work of the Lord. This is the tale of two such men who at the age of 19 have answered the call of their general authorities and are embarking on a 2-year mission to spread the gospel throughout the galaxy. This is the story of Space Elders! Today, we find Butch and Lehigh on Starbase 182 around lunchtime.
Hey, Lehigh, what's up? You haven't been yourself lately. You seem a little under the weather. Here, I replicated you some lunch. This should put you back on your feet. It's your favorite.
Oh, plomeek soup?
No, macaroni and cheese with little hot dog bits in it. Man, you are sick. I'm taking you to the sick bay.
Are you sure that would be the logical thing to do?
Oh, come on!
Very interesting.
What is it, Doc? What's wrong with Lehigh?
Elder Christiansen here is suffering from plateau.
Plateau? What on earth is that?
Not plateau. Plateau.
Oh.
The blood fever. It's not of Earth, my dear Butch. It's a Vulcan disorder. Lehigh here is in the early stages of Ponfar.
But Doc, look at my companion. I mean, his ears aren't pointy. The blood sample you took from him was red, not green. He's not a Vulcan.
Have the two of you come in contact with any Vulcans recently?
Well, we met with that nice Ambassador Spock fella.
Was there anything unusual about this meeting?
No, we talked for a while. He mind-melded with Lehigh and then sent us packing like everybody else.
Mind melded with a Vulcan? Oh, dear.
Well, he said it would be the fastest way for us to tell him about the gospel.
Now, what's this got to do with Lehigh losing his appetite and then resetting the environmental controls in our apartment up to Moab standard temperatures?
Ponfar is the Vulcan mating ritual. Unless the individual who's suffering from the blood fever gets to Vulcan in time, he will die.
I still don't understand how Lehigh contracted this blood fever thing anyway.
The Vulcan who did the mind meld must have transferred it into the Lehigh's mind during the meld. No matter how he contracted it, you must get to Vulcan within the next 72 hours or your companion will be dead.
Okay, Vulcan it is. Come on, Lehigh, we better get going.
But Vulcan isn't in our Tracton area. We're not supposed to go outside of this quadrant. You know the rules. Zone Leader Hansen would never approve of us making a personal visit to Vulcan.
Oh, to heck with Hansen. They can send us both home if they want to. I just want to make sure you go home breathing.
Will our elders get to Vulcan in time to save Lehigh? Will Zone Leader Hansen get them sent home for leaving the quadrant? Will Ambassador Spock apologize for giving Lehigh plateau? What is exactly in plomeek soup anyway? Tune in next time to hear Butch say,
Hold on, Lehigh. Just a couple more hours and we'll be on Vulcan.
Butch, wouldn't it be more logical to reduce our speed to warp 6 in order to make the best possible speed while reducing the stress on the dilithium crystals?
Oh.
On the next mind-melding episode of Space Elders!
You listen to Radio from Hell in your car, but listen at home too. Tell your smart speaker to play X96.
Okay, it's 8:20 right now. Time for round 2 of your boner voting. Here we go. 3 news stories. These are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. And you will decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to go forward to Boner Fight and possibly become Boner of the Day. Winning here secures it a spot in Boner Dome, going up against the winner of round 1's voting. We did that an hour ago. 9:20 this morning is when you'll decide Boner of the Day with Boner Fight. So here we go with round 2. Pick one of these 3 to send forward. 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, then you will vote, and one of you lucky random boner voters will receive.
X96 is proud to welcome Alanis Morissette September 23rd to USANA. Listen all week to Radio from Hell in the morning and Todd Newcomb in the afternoon to win your tickets. This is a show date change, so if you had previous date tickets, they will be honored. You can get all the details and ticket links at x96.com.
Here's boner candidate number 1. Where are Jake and Elwood when you need them? A nun who ran a Catholic elementary school in Torrance, California, has agreed to plead guilty to stealing more than $835,000 in school funds to pay for her personal expenses, including a gambling habit. Mary Margaret Creeper.
Mary Margaret?
Was Sister Mary Margaret to you.
Mary Margaret.
Was charged Tuesday with 1 count of wire fraud and 1 count of money laundering, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Central District of California. They've got a plea agreement, so I don't think Sister Mary Margaret is going to be doing hard time. Unfortunately, later in her life, she's been suffering a bit from a mental illness that clouds her judgment and caused her to do something that she otherwise would not have done, said a statement from her attorney's office. She's very remorseful. The community of faith in St. James was shocked and saddened by the actions, and the parish and the school and the archdiocese reported the matter and fully cooperated with authorities. But apparently the school had been bleeding money and had been bleeding it into Mary Margaret's pockets.
Sister Mary Margaret.
Sister Mary Margaret's pockets. So couldn't have Jake and Elwood have helped out here?
Yeah, apparently the money would have went to Mary Margaret's pocket.
Yeah, maybe that's a that's boner candidate number 1. The Stephen Nudd. Here's boner candidate number 2. You know, if there's sexy on your phone, I don't know why. You just shouldn't do it. And if it's there,
it can go other places, and other people can see it.
And even if it's there, you can take it off of there, and kind of it's still there because you don't know how to get rid of it all. Apple paid a multi-million-dollar law settlement to an Oregon woman after repair techs that the company had contracted with published nude photos of her from her phone on her Facebook. Wow. As first reported by the Telegraph, the unidentified woman sent her iPhone to Apple for repairs in 2016, according to court documents reviewed by Motherboard. 2 repair techs then posted about 10 photos of her in various stages of undress and also a sex video. They posted it to her personal Facebook page.
Oh, they didn't just take them. For all of her friends and family to see. Oh, nice.
The case highlights the personal nature of our devices and the need for Apple to relinquish its repair monopoly and let people get their own stuff repaired. According to court records, the woman found out that this happened when one of her friends reached out to her to say her nudes had been uploaded to Facebook.
Yikes.
She pulled them down, threatened to sue Apple for invasion of privacy and emotional distress. In this case, the people who uploaded the photos and video worked for a company called Pegatron, which is a company that Apple works with to do repairs. But, I mean, the whole moral of this story to me is don't put that stuff on your phone.
Yeah.
Maybe use a
Polaroid camera. Get a Polaroid
something
camera.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
A digital camera that's separate from your phone. That if you want to do that, Boner candidate number 2. Number 3 coming up in a minute. Oh, come on, let the band perform.
All right. Boner candidate number 3 for round 2 coming up after this. Big Boy News and Opinioendo. Brought to you by...
It's the coldest, driest, windiest place on Earth where weird, wild creatures thrive. Antarctica transports you to the farthest reaches of the Earth and reveals what happens there affects every single one of us. Now playing at Clark Planetarium's IMAX Theater.
All right, Carrie, in just a second.
Yes.
Britney Spears story. Just if you want to have Britney watch ready.
I will.
Conan O'Brien has announced the final guest on his TBS talk show. It'll be coming to an end later this month, and the host has announced his final guest. An hour-long finale will air on June 24th, and for the final 2 weeks of shows, Conan will be welcoming back a live studio audience for the first time in over a year. The show has been filming in the Los Angeles cabaret venue The Largo at the Coronet Theater. All audience members will need to be fully vaccinated, watched on the day of attendance, and show proof of vaccination. The final guest of... So here's the final week of shows, or 2 weeks of shows. Monday, June 14th, Patton Oswalt. The next night, Martin Short. The next night, J.B. Smoove. The next night, Mila Kunis. Then the next week, Monday, the 21st, Bill Hader. They still don't have anybody for the 22nd, so I may be out of town.
You're available?
Yeah, I'm available, and I may get the call. June 23rd, Dana Carvey, and the very final guest, Jack Black, for Cohen shows. All right, so Britney Spears has
you ready?
Shocked her fans again. Yeah.
It's Britney Watch, keeping you up to date with all your Britney Spears news.
In a bizarre rant, while wearing a snakeskin bodysuit, she called herself a mother effing snake.
Right.
Britney's not well.
She's
not.
She danced around on Instagram and pretended to be a snake. And I think she has another competency hearing coming up soon.
I follow her on Instagram, and it's never okay. It's always no.
Yeah. So
all the free Britney stuff. I mean, how horrible everyone was to her is a separate issue from whether she's able to take care of herself or not.
Yeah,
because I don't think that she is.
So there you go, poor Britney. And Chris Harrison. Now I don't watch this show, so I don't really know much about it. But I guess he is the host of The Bachelor.
Yeah, like he'll interview
MC.
people. Oh, you went on a date. How'd that go?
Yeah.
He does, so.
He's leaving the show. He demanded a $25 million payout, and he threatened to spill all the dirt about the show.
Ooh.
He demanded this money, and
I think they'll give him the money.
He's being fired essentially.
Mm-hmm.
He threatened to spill all of the franchise's dirty secrets if he didn't get that $25 million. He has nearly 20 years of dirt. Instead of handing them a rose, he was absolutely ready to hand them a lawsuit detailing all the behind-the-scenes details. He's not happy that he got the boot from the show, but I'm trying to see here if they actually. It doesn't say whether they're paying him $25 million. My guess is it's something less than that, but they are.
They've agreed to some terms.
They've agreed to a. It says here, a second source said a settlement with Harrison has eventually been reached, although it's not believed to be as high as $25 million. Maybe it's $20 million, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Plexiglass everywhere.
Yes.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. And I welcome it.
It says here, though, so sales of plexiglass tripled to roughly $750 million in the U.S. after the pandemic hit. Offices, schools, restaurants retail stores seeking protection from coronavirus. According to this, there's just this hitch. Not a single study has ever shown that the clear plastic barriers actually stop the spread of coronavirus.
Well, it must help. It's a barrier between you
Yeah.
and someone else talking.
Someone's not breathing on me, yeah.
Well, we spent a lot of time and money focused on hygiene theater, said Joseph Allen of Harvard's Chan School of Public Health. The danger is we didn't deploy the resources to address the real threat, which was airborne transmission, both real dollars and also time and attention. What he's saying is the COVID virus just kind of floats around, and it doesn't really...
He's saying it can float past the barrier,
Yeah.
but at the same time, this person is now not breathing on me, and I'm okay with that.
It's still got to help.
According to this person, that's giving you a false sense of security.
Well, then my mask is helping because I'll continue to wear my mask.
Just about 5,000 more Utahns now are fully vaccinated against COVID-19.
Good.
That's good news, but it has slowed way down. Only about 39% of the state's total population have received one or more doses of the COVID vaccine. Fire burning in East Canyon, human-caused fire apparently. It's burned a lot of acreage there. There are other fires in the state, and they are not being helped by the fact that there are south winds, and those winds are not expected to let up anytime within the next couple of days. And rattlesnakes are on the move, Gina.
Well, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they moving?
This is the time of year when Utah's 5 different species of rattlesnake are on the move looking for water. And rodents emerging from their winter dens. But drought conditions mean that more may show up in yards and irrigated fields. You've got a yard that's got a sprinkler system.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where the snake can get some
Oh,
water.
because it's water. Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Rattlesnakes are most
Great.
active during the summer at dawn and dusk. When encountered, they don't want to be next to you. They don't want to
I
attack
don't want to
you.
be next to them.
They
Can't we
want
just
to
stay
try
away
to
from-
escape, but they will bite you if you harass them, Gina.
I don't want to harass them. I
Well,
want them to go away.
Well, they just don't harass them then, and they'll probably leave you alone.
Snaky, snaky, snaky. I'm harassing you, Snaky.
IRS files show, ProPublica published this, IRS files showing that people like Jeff Bezos, then a multi-millionaire and now the world's richest man, did not pay a single penny in federal income tax in 2007. He repeated that again in 2011. In 2018, Tesla founder Elon Musk also paid no income tax, federal income tax. Michael Bloomberg managed to do the same in recent years. Billionaire investor Carl Icahn did it twice. Had a year where they just paid absolutely no taxes. George Soros paid no federal income tax for 3 years in a row. ProPublica has obtained a vast trove of Internal Revenue Service data on the returns of thousands of the nation's richest people, and they just don't pay the income tax like we do.
But it's not their fault because
No.
that's the law. They're not doing anything against the law.
Exactly.
It's the laws that need
Which
to
is
be
why we need to
changed.
change the laws to tax the rich so that we could, help with our homeless situation, our hunger situation. I mean, if I wasn't taxed, I could afford a rocket to go to space.
I think you just call it the tax the rich law. You just
Call
say
it that, sure.
You just say it's a very simple law. It just says tax the rich. That's all it has to say.
Yeah.
It's fairness. That's we're just talking about what's fair. It makes sense.
Gina, a guy in Florida, not Festus.
No.
Not your son, I don't think, but a Florida man,
Okay.
not Festus,
No.
left his shoes sitting outside overnight,
Yeah.
and then when he went to get his shoes, what did he find in them? hundreds of millipedes.
See, this could be Festus because he doesn't fully appreciate the pest problem he's moved to. So that could be Festus.
And there's a video showing the guy like dumping the millipedes, and I think they're harmless. They don't bite you or anything, but he's dumping them out of his shoes. Ooh.
Yeah, there were a lot of them.
Yeah, hundreds of them nesting in his shoes.
Yes. Again, Florida, just like Arizona, a hellscape that's trying to kill you.
That's it.
Sports weather traffic.
The Utah Jazz star Donovan Mitchell didn't feel well at halftime, not just because of how the Jazz were playing. He had a tummy ache. He was not feeling himself, a little lightheaded. And he said, I told myself we're getting our asses kicked, and I need to dig deeper. And you know what he did? he dug deeper. He got it did. 112. 109. Not just Donovan. Of course, Rudy Gobert blocked a very important shot right at the buzzer, and they will go on to Game 2.
Did you see Karl Malone?
He's now Spidey is now in that great ranks of Jazz players who were poisoned in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
did you see the video of Karl Malone?
Karl Malone.
He's standing underneath his own statue outside the Delta Center, lighting a cigar.
He owns like a cigar shop in Louisiana.
The Jazz. He looks so handsome though.
He is. Karl has always been a handsome.
But I mean, even more. He had a gray goatee, and he's looking good.
All right.
They play tomorrow at 8 p.m. is when the next game is. Weather, we've got that red flag warning we were telling you about, which means it's hot and dry and windy and going to be that way from today through tomorrow, it looks like. And that wind is actually bringing in a cold front, which won't bring rain, just cooler temperatures. It'll be quite a bit cooler tomorrow, actually. Highs right around 70 tomorrow. Today, 91 for a high. Let's see, traffic. Let me refresh this for you so I can give you the most up-to-date information. Crash westbound I-80 at State Street in South Salt Lake. It is off to the right shoulder. Crash northbound I-15, the collector ramp at 86 South in Midvale. That is also on the left shoulder. Let's see. Nobody's texted anything to us, but if you do see something and you want to share it with friends of the program, you can always send it in at 33986. Father's Day is right around the corner. Make your dad proud this year. Get him and yourself the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 groin trimmer. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code X96 at manscaped.com.
Here's boner candidate number 3. Oh, come on. Let the band perform. Some parents and students at Farmington High School say that they're being denied a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The school's marching band was recently invited to perform in Hawaii this December at the memorial of the 80th anniversary of Pearl Harbor. Okay. Well, it's just such a cool opportunity to be able to go celebrate our country, said Paige Olson, a senior who plays the tuba. When we announced the trip, you can ask my friends, I just started crying because I was so excited.
Yeah.
But those tears of joy quickly turned into tears of disappointment. At a meeting of last week, Davis School Board, by a vote of 5 to 2, board members decided that the band would not be allowed to travel to Hawaii. It was heartbreaking, Olson said. I thought the district would understand how great an opportunity this was. The board cited a district travel policy as the basis for its decision. The policy says that any travel must not require more than 3 days of absence from class, must not be outside the continental United States, and must not cost more than $1,000 per person.
You're telling me if there was some sports thing that was happening in Hawaii that they absolutely would let them go.
Thank you, Gina. Absolutely they would.
Well, I think you're right.
It's that stupid policy.
I think they should. Boner candidate number 3. Come on, just let the band play.
All right, let's review the first 2 and vote.
Number 1 was where are Jake and Elwood when you need them? It's a nun who could have used their help. She runs a Catholic school in Torrance, California. She embezzled over $800,000. A lot of it went to her gambling problem. Boner candidate number 2, if there's sexy stuff on your phone, it's never safe. A woman sent her iPhone to Apple for repairs, and the techs there at the company who was doing the repair on her phone found all these nude photos of her and a nude video, and they posted it to her Facebook page. And boner candidate number 3, come on, let the band perform.
All right, here we go. You've got to decide of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one should go forward to Boner Fight and possibly become Boner of the Day. Winning here does not make it Boner of the Day. We'll send this candidate to Boner Dome, and it'll go up against the winner of Round 1's voting that we did an hour ago. We'll take both of them and put them together. At 9:20 this morning is when you'll decide Boner of the Day. Right now, let's get this Round 2 taken care of and send one of these 3 forward to Boner Dome. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Put that single digit in the message of a text. Text that to 33986. That's one way to vote. Another way is to call the producer's booth in Salt Lake at 877-602-9696. Use your voice. Or go online, x96.com, looking for the box that says Boner Voting June 9, 2021, and vote there. All right? You have it till the end of these messages, so let's go. This is Round 2.
It is the 23rd century. Humans have left the lowly confines of planet Earth and have sought their destiny among the stars. While many things have changed, one constant remains: the need for young men to venture forth and do the work of the Lord. This is the tale of 2 such men who at the age of 19 have answered the call of their general authorities and are embarking on a 2-year mission to spread the gospel throughout the galaxy. This is the story of Space Elders! Once again, we join our missionaries as they orbit a small planet.
Hey, Lehigh, my sensors are picking up a distress signal from a small craft on the surface.
Yeah, I see it. Well, there's nothing else in this sector for parsecs. You know, we better land and see if they need some help.
Well, according to my tricorder, it should be right over there.
Oh, yep, there it is.
Well, that's odd.
What?
Well, it's just not often you find a spaceship made out of cardboard and held together with masking tape, staples, and paper clips.
Well, it's a good thing we came along. I'll bet they need our help. Oh, looky there. It's a guy in a spacesuit. Excuse me, sir.
Halt! Identify yourselves.
Hi, I'm Elder Christiansen, and this is Elder Jensen.
Hi.
Elders, sounds important. I'm Buzz Lightyear.
Well, you know, we represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You know, the Mormons.
Mormons?
And we was wondering if we could offer you some assistance.
Yeah, looks like your craft could use some work. Why don't you let me take a look at that, huh?
Get back!
Oh, look out, Butch. He's got a...
looks like a little blinking red light on his wrist.
I have got to get someone at Space Command to look at this thing.
Hey, where are you headed, Buzz?
To infinity and beyond.
Ooh, sounds like fun. That's a nice spacesuit you got there. Hey, what do these buttons do?
Please, don't push the buttons on the suit.
I am Buzz Lightyear. I come in peace. Buzz Lightyear to the rescue.
Wow.
I told you not to press the buttons on the suit.
Oh, hey, that's cool. And this one... Wow, wings!
Yeah, I can fly. Will you leave the suit alone?
Well, looks like your ship is all ready to go. All you needed was a little duct tape to hold the vertical stabilizers in place.
I am forever in your debt.
Hey, listen, you want me to take a look at that little blinking red light laser device while we're here?
No, your companion has done enough fiddling with my equipment for one day.
Well, would you be interested in learning more about the teachings of our prophet, Joseph Smith?
Not today. It takes a long time to get to infinity, and then more to go beyond. I'd better get going. Nice meeting you.
Well, bye, Buzz.
Bye. Will Butch and Lehigh ever get anyone to listen to the first discussion? Will Buzz Lightyear make it to infinity, let alone beyond? Will Butch's duct tape repair job hold Buzz's ship together? Tune in next time to hear Lehigh say, "Oh, it's a shame we couldn't convince him to convert."
Well, I doubt that action figure toys could count as converts, and I don't think action figures can hold the priesthood. Besides, I'd have to reprogram his voice chip in order to allow him to give the opening prayer.
On the next leg-shaving episode of Space Elders!
Listen to Radio from Hell at Home when you first wake up. Just tell your smart speaker to play X96.
All right, let's hurry and get to things that must go. So quickly, let's award round 2 of your boners.
Brought to you in part by Noodles.
Nice.
And Jiffy Lube Multi-Care gets services on brakes, batteries, spark plugs, and more. That's a job for Jiffy. Visit jiffylubeutah.com for discount services and locations.
Boner candidate number 1, Jake and Elwood. It's the nun embezzling money.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cared. It was a battle between number 2 and number 3. Sexy on your phone or letting the band go to Pearl Harbor, the band from Farmington High School, letting them go to Pearl Harbor and perform. And the winner by 1 vote. Boner candidate number 3. Come on, let the band perform.
There you go. That's your winner of round 2. Now we'll be in Boner Fight at 9:20 this morning. All right, things that must go, brought to you by.
When I get my carpets and tile cleaned, it's never just cleaned. It's Zero Res Clean, and I won't have it any other way. Just $33 per room cleaned. You deserve the best. You deserve Zero Res. Schedule with Zero Res today.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
These are things that are bugging you, dear friends of the program. You can't stand them anymore. You say, I've got to get these out of my life. These things must go. So you send them to us. You send things that must go in the subject line to radiofromhell@x96.com, and maybe if we read yours on the air, it'll help you feel better about it. And indeed, in some cases, we understand these things actually do disappear from your life. I'm going to start with mine. This is something that must go. I don't know if you can see this. This is a pill,
Mm-hmm.
and go to x96.com/live. And it's in a blister pack.
Mm-hmm.
One pill in a blister pack, which is almost impossible to open.
It doesn't have a little perforated
Yes.
edge. Oh.
It does.
They don't always work well.
It does not work well. I don't understand. This is Imodium. Never mind. Never mind why I have Imodium. Why do they put them in these? This is ridiculous.
They could put it in an easier to open package, but that would cost more to make.
Sure.
And so they lose profit. They
All
do
right.
it cheaply.
This one says, my dear lady and lords, my thing that must go is all of these so-called jazz fans jumping on the bandwagon.
Bill.
Us.
That's me. They're all hooting and hollering when the times are good, but where were they in the lean years?
Exactly.
They were all wearing their Steph Curry and LeBron James gear all year. Now that things are looking up, well, it's all Dee Mitchell and Ruby Goldberg and Rudy. I think he meant Rudy.
Rudy Gobert?
Yes, what? Yes?
Excuse me.
Yes.
If you were to substitute jazz fans with Marvel Comics movies and Marvel Comics, that's what you sound like, okay?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
He says, I see you out there, you bunch of clowns. Hey, I was one of the original fans.
OG.
Back when they were the actual homeland of the jazz. That's right, folks. New Orleans, the Big Easy, Pistol Pete, Truck Robinson, and Walt Bellamy. Now,
Have you ever read an Avengers comic?
Now
I
give me
don't
back,
think so.
give me back my courtside tickets, which I deserve. Thank you all. Pray for hot, dry weather and yell it up for the Jazz. Oh, and it's signed Carl Lamone.
Carl Lamone.
Carl Lamone.
Yeah. And then this one says, my things that must go have a lot to do with heat, so hear me out. Number one, owners that take their dogs out to parades, snow cone shacks, and other places on cement or asphalt.
It's hot.
And they don't care enough to cover up the dog's paws.
Exactly.
If you as a human can't walk on the sidewalk or the street because it's too hot, it's way too hot for a dog's paws. And you can get little booties for them if you want to take them out to walk.
Or carry them.
Number two, my apartment complex not opening its pool until mid-July. I get it. There's regulations and stuff, but it's hot and I want pool days again. I'm vaccinated. There's chlorine. Let's go.
We're out of water, though, is the problem.
Number three, wanting to go out for a hike or to a workout or do anything outside, but I lose the motivation because it's way too hot. And I don't tan. I just burn really fast, and my skin is so sensitive. And, I mean, anyway. Thanks for letting me bitch and listen. I'm incredibly serious about the first one, the dogs. And anyway, bye. Carrie?
All right. Just real quickly here. Of course, times are tough up on Mount Doom, as always. You know, on the mustard, you get the plug. You know, the mustard dries up. Same thing with the whipped cream can. It dry, and you get that clump of dried whipped cream, and it plugs it up. You got to rinse that out every time. It's tough.
Poor dear.
Yeah.
Anyway, this from, let's see, Suzanne. Harmless insect killing and teaching kids to kill all insects must go. I find it so sad that this kind of need to kill everything, especially insects, that crosses our path is thought to be normal behavior or reaction. I also shook my head that this was done in front of children. So it teaches future generations to be equally apathetic about the lives of anything not human. Let me share with you what I did recently in a classroom, and have done many times previously. Scenario. Kids start screaming about a spider in the room. Teachers start screaming and yelling for someone to come kill it. I come in with a piece of paper and a cup, gently put the cup over the spider, slide the paper, do the whole thing, and ta-da, I have the spider in the cup. Then go outside and place the spider in the bushes, telling the kids that he just wants to go home and now he can. Is that so hard? I think it teaches children that all life has value. We don't need to destroy everything just because we can. I've also told kids things like his mommy is looking for him and now he can go home. And I've seen the wonder in their faces as they witness this new approach to life and everything living. Suzanne. I feel bad because I killed a spider this morning. Let's see, this one from, first of all, the email chime coming from one of your computers. I can hear it. It's subtle, but I notice it. Finally, when people tell me what my views are rather than ask me, I lean left, and I'm tired of hearing, well, you liberals love blank.
Yeah.
Unlike another party, we don't necessarily adhere to groupthink. Thank you. All right, Gina?
This is from a flight attendant. A few things that must go.
Okay.
Number one, the new Salt Lake City airport. It's beautiful. It's poorly designed and a nightmare to get through. This is from a flight attendant.
I keep hearing this.
Yeah, if you're lucky enough to go out of the A gates, then you may skip the 1.2-mile walk to the B gates way on the other side. I've seen travelers needing medical assistance on that long walk, especially with masks. It's not an easy feat for some people. When you address the airport workers, they say, well, there's going to be a tram that's going to take you from A to B. And then you ask them, well, when will that be ready? And they say, oh, sometime around 2024. That doesn't help me now. I do this every week, and it's getting old. While we're at it, another thing that must go is people who do not stay on one side of the moving walkways and treat it like a ride at an amusement park. Get over. Number two, people saying they can't wear a mask for an hour flight. Buddy, some days I'm wearing a mask for 12 hours, and the moment I take it off and drink some water or eat my lunch, there's someone just waiting to take my picture and post it on social media and roast my airline. We should be paid hazard pay for the things we're having to deal with right now. Number three, wash your hands after you use the lavatory. You think I'm joking? My jump seat is right next to the bathroom, and we know from the time you flush to the time you exit, we know you haven't struggled with the bird bath water fountain we call a sink. Passengers would laugh that they had to be reminded during this pandemic to wash their hands, but they still do. Yeah. On an hour flight, 15 people didn't wash their hands. Don't be disgusting.
That makes me not want to travel ever again.
Number four, going to the lavatory without shoes on.
Oh, my God.
That's not water on the floor. This is not your house. Keep your shoes on. People thinking they're being sneaky about masks must go. We've been wearing them for over a year now. We've seen everything. You aren't doing anything new. We know you're a douche. We're tired of being mask police to the point of exhaustion. What must go? People who won't wear their mask above their nose and mouth correctly. But even more so are the people who narc on them and point it out. Just wear your damn mask so we can get you where you want to go. Please don't knock any of our teeth out. That's it for now.
Oh.
Thank you.
Things that must go on the radio from Hell Show.
Okay, we got Boner Fight coming up. Stand by for that. A reasonable amount of news also on the way. Snowbird.
What
they
a
are
great
hiring.
Place. Great place to work.
Oh, absolutely.
It'd be beautiful to work at Snowbird. Go to snowbird.com/jobs. They've got all kinds of things. Competitive wages. For sure, and you can. So if you work at Snowbird, they have great benefits like half-price food, discounts for equipment and clothing, free skiing and snowboarding for you, your family, and friends, free skiing and riding lessons, free transportation, a UTA ski bus pass, all of that.
Not just that, but healthcare and retirement benefits too. 401k matching, vacation, holiday pay. They got dental. You're going to get dental.
Yeah, that's good. They got the dental. They're looking for people in all kinds of areas. Of course, hospitality. They're looking for people in, hotel managers.
Yeah.
All of that. So what you need to do is just go to their website and look for a job at Snowbird. Snowbird.com/jobs. And now, it's time to play the game that super freaks everywhere want to play. It's Beat Gina. You try to match wits with a very kinky girl, the kind you don't take home to mother. Yes, she waits in room 714 with incense, wine, and candles. It's such a freaky scene. And now, here's your Beat Gina host. He's the kind of guy you do take home to meet your mother. He's all right. He's all right. He'll never let your spirits down.
No.
Carrie Jack Jackson.
Oh, thank you, Johnny. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. 877-602-9696 is the number to call to play Beat Gina. And today, it's easy trivia. Come on. I mean, really.
I haven't ever seen Pineapple Express.
You've not seen the movie Pineapple Express.
Your chances of winning are very good.
I haven't seen it either. I don't even. It's about people delivering pineapples?
No.
It's a weed comedy from Seth Rogen.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Seth Rogen.
Yes, I know, right? 877-602-9696, Pineapple Express, released on this day in 2008. And I believe we do have a contestant on the line. Is that correct, Katie?
We do. It's going to be Kyle.
All right, let's go to Kyle. Kyle is your contestant for Beat Gina. Hello, Kyle. How are you?
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
All right. Good. Kyle, your chances of winning are increased if you win the coin toss, because that means you get to go first. Heads or tails, call it.
Tails.
Tails. All right, let's see what we got here. It is heads. I'm terribly sorry, Kyle. That means Gina goes first. She does have an advantage now. This first question is hers alone to answer. If she gets it correct, she gets the point. If not, Kyle, you get a chance to answer it and steal the point away. We'll go back and forth and do that until somebody reaches 3 points, thank God. All right. Let's see. Here's your first question, Gina.
Yes.
What famous 80s band sang the theme song to the movie Pineapple Express?
Okay.
Is it A, Level 42? B, Kaja Gugu, C, Huey Lewis and the News, or D, the Blow Monkeys?
I don't think Digging Your Scene was. Let's go.
Sorry.
Let's go with Huey Lewis and the News.
Wow. And you've never seen this movie?
No,
huh?
I have not.
Wow, that is
I
correct.
think that was a very educated guess. All right, it's 1-0 in favor of Gina, that super freak. And now, let's go to Kyle.
All right, Kyle. Which actor spent all day on set duct-taped to a chair? Which actor? Was it A, Dylan McDermott, B, Dermot Mulroney, C, Craig Robinson, or D, Danny McBride?
D, Danny McBride.
Wow, very good, Kyle, very good.
Kyle's got a point. It's tied up. Gina controls the question.
Kyle's got a point.
Kyle, you have a point.
All right.
He has a point.
Gina, what does Saul wear on his head for most of the movie?
Okay.
What does Saul wear on his head for most of the movie? Was it A, a headband, B, a scarf, C, a MAGA hat, or D, a face mask?
On his head. Headband.
Headband is correct.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I told you it's easy trivia. Come on.
It's 2-0. Gina leads, but now Kyle has a chance to tie the game.
All right, Kyle. Let's see here. Let's find a good, easy story. Okay. What kind of car does Red drive? What kind of car? Was it a Daewoo Luganza, B, a Daewoo Lanos, C, a Daewoo Thanos, or D, a Daewoo Spirocheat?
B.
B, a Daewoo Lanos? That is correct.
Yes.
It's 2-2. The game is knotted up in a tense game.
I'm so tense.
Gina controls the question. We'll wake her up and see if she can win the game.
All right. Gina?
Yeah.
What song are they rocking out to as Dale is serving zucchinis at the beginning of the movie? What song is playing as a series of zucchinis are being served? What song is it? Is it A, Donald Trump is the president? Donald Trump is the president. Is it A, Is it B, butterfly kisses, C, we are family, or D, Electric Avenue?
Oh, I would love it to be butterfly kisses, but I'm going to say Electric Avenue.
Is Electric Avenue? Oh,
because
my.
because there's nothing subtle about Pineapple Express.
No.
Well, Kyle,
Oh,
we're terribly
Kyle.
sorry you've not won any prizes from us because you've been beaten by
No,
the kind of girl that you don't take home to mother,
Oh,
the kind
no.
of girl that is all right, that's all right with me. Yes, she's a super freak.
Now, Johnny, wouldn't a freaky thing for me to do would be to give a prize to someone that lost to me? Wouldn't that be a freaky thing to do to
That
give
would be-
Kyle that Radio from Hell beer T-shirt?
That would be unprecedented.
It's never happened.
Kyle, you won the T-shirt and the tote bag. How about that?
Oh, perfect. That sounds great.
Well,
It is
Kyle,
perfect.
I think it's completely fitting and in keeping with the movie Pineapple Express that losers win.
I guess we're rewarding people for their losing behavior. Because on this day,
In 1970, Ed Simons, keyboardist for the English electronic music duo The Chemical Brothers. They're DJs. They're
successful DJ.
They're successful DJs.
Very successful DJs.
Okay.
Chip! Chip!
Really quickly here, because, and I appreciate everybody letting me know about this. I but I tend to know about these things. I understand people know that I love Marvel movies and Marvel comics.
You do?
And that I love breakfast cereal. Okay. And so everybody is sending me this Loki Charms thing.
Yeah,
You know, that's
I've
the
got it here too in the news.
promotional
yeah.
cereal. Well, let me just say to you, yes, I'm aware of it, and B, I'm not even going to try to get it, because here's why. And you're not going to get it either.
No.
Okay?
Unless you pay $400 for a
Exactly.
eBay box.
Now this is an article on IO9, and it just sums it up perfectly. The problem isn't the cereal itself, because Loki Charms is a very good tie-in with the upcoming show, which is on today, as a matter of fact. It's that the limited edition cereal is extremely limited, with only 3,500 going on sale at this website, and it's on sale now. But
they're
also,
gone.
also, it's likely to be even more limited than that, because apparently General Mills has allowed fans the opportunity to guess an encryption code that will allow up to 1,000 of them to purchase Loki Charms early. So you're almost certainly not going to get your hands on them. Lucky Charms cereal, and the cereal isn't different at all. All
It's
it
Lucky
is
Charms.
It's Lucky Charms. It's just a different box with a goofy cartoon drawing of Loki on it. So as this article puts it, it's a scheme worthy of Loki himself, and maybe that's the point. But yeah, I'm just going to just sit here and not go to their website and not even try, and I'll be sad that I didn't get it anyway. Okay.
I'm not sure exactly why the cereal company does this.
Exactly.
Because I'm not sure why they would do it, because if they just simply released Loki Charms into the general market, they'd sell a S-load of them.
They'd sell a lot more.
Yeah.
And maybe they will. Maybe.
Or
Okay,
what
that
they
could be.
Or what they do is they should, put, like in a big crate of Lucky Charms that comes to the store. Say there's 12 boxes in it. Let's make 2 of those Loki Charms. Do that even.
Yeah, I don't. They go to all the trouble to change the art and do print out new boxes and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe Gina's right. Maybe they will do it.
Maybe they will. But even then, I probably won't buy it, because I'm not a real fan of Lucky Charms. But yeah, it just seems like they're, again,
I'm not a fan of the cereal Lucky Charms, but I'm a fan of leprechauns. That's why I buy it.
Well,
you're pro leprechaun.
I like leprechauns, so
you're doing your best to support leprechaun culture.
Yes. It's a dying art. It's dying.
It's like me. I show my support for the DC superhero shows by going to my DVR, pressing play, and then switching my entire system to my Xbox so I can watch Star Trek Deep Space Nine reruns. That way the DC shows get their points, for views, and I'm watching something that I
cheating.
Truly enjoy.
No, he's helping.
I'm helping.
There's a difference. It's
I'm
helping.
supporting the culture.
Okay,
see?
you are.
Supporting the culture. All right. Speaking of supporting the culture, Salt Lake Film Society support the film culture. That was a segue, folks.
Salt Lake Film Society, they're doing the Studio Backlot Motor Cinema, and I don't know how much longer it's going on, but at least through the end of June.
Well, the last movie they have is Saturday, June 26th, with Hedwig and the Angry Inch. That's the last one listed.
But coming up Friday, it's Judas and the Black Messiah, and then on Saturday, the 12th, it's Black Klansman at the Motor Cinema. And then the Friday...
Good movies. All good movies.
Yeah, and then following that, the next Friday, Gina, Footloose. So there's something for you. So you want to get tickets to this. There are only 45 cars in all allowed onto the studio backlot, and you have to get tickets early or you won't get in. If you go to slfs.org, you'll find the tickets on sale there. This is a big screen experience, too. They got a big 40-foot screen mounted at the back of the lot there, and it works just beautifully. So go to slfs.org and get tickets now.
So when is Seymour coming?
Well, he said he'd be here now. He says he's got some real good stuff for us, stuff that's going to make us some dough.
None of his ideas have panned out so far. You said hiring a personal manager to get us some outside projects would be a good thing.
I know.
You said that we'd start making some extra money.
I know.
Nothing so far, partner. Nil. Nothing. We haven't seen a dime.
Well, Seymour says we're too picky. Says we have to bend a little bit. That's got to be him. Come on in, Seymour.
Hey, that's pretty good. How did you know it was me?
Well, you said you'd be here at this time, and no one else ever visits us.
Yeah, and I could smell your aqua velva through the door.
Ah, powerful, ain't it? I love aqua velva.
So, Seymour, what kind of stuff have you got for us?
Well, first off, let me tell you, everybody wants a piece of your asses. Radio from Hell is hot right now. Hot! It's positively volcanic. Now, I can get you two volcanic gods a personal appearance fee to MC the grand opening of a new artificial limb store at a strip mall in downtown Nephi.
How much? How much money?
Well, no money. I got you trade for this one. You guys can take your pick of any partial orthopedic appliance you like. If you need full limbs, they want to charge you a little, like cost or something.
Well, I think I can speak for Bill when I say we pass.
Carrie, could we just put this one on hold? I need to speak with Aunt Esther and see if Uncle Clyde's hook is still busted.
All right, that's a maybe. I'll put this one on the maybe pile. Okay, here's the next offer. A big pharmaceutical concern in Santa Quinn.
Utah?
Yeah, Utah. This pharmaceutical company has a brand new hemorrhoid ointment, and they want you boys to be the spokesman. Now, before you say anything, just listen to some ad copy I was formulating in my head as I rode over here on the bus. Hi, we're Carrie and Bill, and being DJs, we spend most of the day sitting on our asses. Boy, do we know about hemorrhoids. Something, 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 vamp, vamp, vamp. So get rid of your hemorrhoids right away with Roid Away.
Roid away?
Let me guess. No money for this one either? I think I speak for Bill when I say we will not endorse Roid Away for trade. Tell Roid Away to take their proposal and shove it up there.
No, hold on, Carrie. I've been kind of inflamed lately.
It's on the maybe pile. Here's the next deal. The Mighty Morphin Hell Rangers. You two can morph from yourselves into these guys wearing tight leather outfits and football helmets.
Absolutely not. Look at Bill's gut. Do we want our fans to see that gut in tight leather? I think I speak for Bill when I say...
Wait, Carrie. Hey, Seymour, is it pink leather? I just love pink leather.
On the maybe pile. Finally this. You guys know them little Looney Tune Kids cartoons, Teeny Toons or whatever?
Yeah.
Very popular. Little Bobby? Huge. Muppet Babies? The biggest. Well, picture this. Carrie and Bill cartoons with the two of you as little baby DJs, getting into all kinds of radio adventures at a grown-ups radio station. It's called Hell Babies. What do you say?
I want to turn this down, but before I do, let me ask Bill. What do you think?
Seymour, would only my cartoon wear a diaper, or could I get to really wear a diaper sometimes?
On the maybe pile.
Maybe pile. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Follow Carrie Jackson on Twitter at RFHCarrie. This is Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, 9:21, and we do have boner fight here in about 6 or 7 minutes. So before that, a reasonable amount bordering on big boy news and opinion window. Brought to you by
Young Power Sports in Centerville is Utah's newest power sports dealer. Tri-City Performance is now Young Power Sports in Centerville, your Polaris and Victory motorcycle dealer. See inventory online at youngpowersports.com.
Well, Black Francis and the rest of the gang are going to go on tour.
Really?
The Pixies.
Yes. But don't get excited.
Oh, what? Oh, what?
They've carved out an 11-date September run focused primarily on the East Coast and the Midwest.
Yeah.
Included in the run are appearances in Milwaukee's annual Summerfest, Chicago's Riot Fest. I don't think you ought to call it Riot Fest. That just doesn't seem like a good idea, does it?
It's too late. It's been done for too many years to change it.
Also, they are going to do a couple of support dates for 9 Inch Nails.
Those are the really big nails, aren't they?
Yeah, the 9 inches are big ones. Big nails.
I mean, they're playing Tulsa. They're not coming here. They're playing Tulsa.
Well, I think they have a real fan base there.
Is that right?
I think
so. A great song.
For the past few years prior to the pandemic, when we felt like we were in one, escape rooms have become increasingly popular.
Yes.
Really? Even now?
Hard to believe.
Well, they before the pandemic they were.
Oh.
Now, but I think they're going to come back. We'll see. I don't get it. To me, this doesn't sound fun. The
It's
premise
a puzzle.
is simple.
It's a puzzle.
A group of people are there's where I veer off right here. A group of people are locked in a room and have to solve a series of puzzles. I don't want to be in a room with friends or family or strangers trying to solve a puzzle.
There's nobody.
No, I don't want to be with a group of people trying to solve a puzzle because it will result in nothing but argument.
Gina, do you remember that time we did that company-wide, it was some sort of, building exercise?
Team building exercise.
Team building,
yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Do you remember being in rooms with people? Now, you didn't do it probably, but I was in groups of people that did nothing but argue about it.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not interested in arguing.
But now, following the success of other movie-based escape rooms, the Blair Witch Project is going to have a terrifying escape room. It's in every part of it. You just keep hearing, Josh.
You can do this one. You can be in the Blair Witch one. You could just go stand in the corner and not do anything.
What I was going to say.
Well, maybe I'll do that. Yeah.
You don't turn around no matter what.
Yeah.
I guess I should try it sometime just to confirm the fact that I don't like it.
We've got one down at the Gateway that I hear is quite good, and so maybe you take your kids. Well, I don't know. Do you want to do it with your kids?
No.
Nightmare on 13th has 3.
I got 3 of them.
They have 3. They bought the restaurant right next to them.
Oh.
You mean the Moreno is gone?
It was
Miramar.
Yeah, Miramar. That's what it is.
Miramar,
That's been gone
Miramar,
for years now. But they put 3 escape rooms in there for Nightmare.
Wait a minute. The Miramar has been gone for years?
I know, right?
Oh, jeez.
Because you didn't support them, Bill, clearly.
Yeah, geez.
I had a really good fish taco there a long time ago.
I didn't support them because I was waiting for an escape room.
Well, now's your chance.
Now, do you do them, Katie? I know you're a haunted house aficionado. So
I have not done an escape room. I've always wanted to, but specifically I've wanted to try either a Harry Potter themed one or a specific horror themed one, but I have not found one that superly piques my interest.
So not having done it at all, is it just so you're just in a room with people and there's no obvious way out. Is that correct?
Yeah, so you have to figure out a bunch of different puzzles, and a lot of the time they'll have like a character that'll help you find these certain puzzles, whether it's somebody over an intercom or a video.
But I mean, there's no obvious door
No.
or window
No.
or anything.
No,
It's
no,
just
no.
A completely sealed room, it seems to be.
Yeah, and you got to figure out your
So
way
solve puzzles to get out of the. And then
Have
what
you
happens when you solve the puzzle? A door appears? Is that essentially what happens?
Either a door appears, or you find the secret hidden door,
Or you find a way to undo the lock to the door.
Yeah.
And is there a way that you can drag the bodies out? Are there paramedics waiting for those who've been injured? It seems awful to me.
So you're like an asylum guard with a conscience or something? You're helping us out? I don't get it.
I know how to escape. Follow her. It's locked. Oh, God, they thought of everything.
That's Bill right there.
It's
I've
locked.
seen-
They thought of everything.
Now I haven't seen them during the pandemic, but before, mobile escape room. Have you seen these? They're
What?
they're like RVs
Yep.
that go park in.
Is that the Breaking Bad themed one?
Yeah,
Is that...
It's gotta be.
All right.
And
Either that, or it has to be like Cabin in the Woods style with their old RV.
Oh yeah.
Now a lot of people do them as team building exercises.
yeah.
And
'Cause you
let's
gotta
work together.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, no. Especially radio people, they have the tendency to not work together.
Well, it's because radio people are awful.
We do really good at a distance.
So the pandemic.
One more story. Yeah.
One more. Well, maybe I don't want to do that. How
all of our
about-
talk of escape rooms have eaten up the time.
How about? Okay. A British backpacker.
Okay.
Which I know sounds odd. A British backpacker.
Well, it'd be his rucksack, wouldn't it?
Yeah, rucksack. Has been hailed as a super badass after saving her identical twin sister, who was being eaten by a crocodile,
Oh, jeez.
by punching the gator in the face 3 times. Georgia Laurie fended off the predator's repeated attacks in the dark while dragging her unconscious sister Melissa out of the water. They were in Mexico. After the beast threw her sister around like a rag doll, she punched the gator in the face 3 times and finally managed to rescue her twin sister.
Wow.
And then their Mexican vacation was happy after that. They had a wonderful time. It was all inclusive, you see. All right, that's it.
Okay. Let me get our boner fight music ready. Here we go.
It's Boner Fight with Radio from Hell on X96.
So if you think back to 7 o'clock, 7:10 or so, 7:20, 40, something right in the 7 o'clock hour. The boner winner there was there's a new dumbass member of Congress. They keep coming every day. There's a new one almost every day. This is Representative Mo Brooks of Alabama, who was angry about something, and he tweeted something out, which also showed his computer that had pasted on it all of his passwords and PIN numbers. And he just tweeted that out to the general public.
Yep.
And it stayed there for an hour before somebody pointed out to him, hey, Mo, we can see. Oh, darn. That's number 1, going against number 2. Excuse me. Come on, let the band perform. Davis High School, Farmington High School, actually, in the Davis School District, had a chance to go and perform in Hawaii at Pearl Harbor in December. But district policy says they can't be away from school that long. They can't do it. They can't spend quite that much money. So they're not going to let the band go play in Hawaii on December 7th. I think they should let the band perform.
Absolutely.
But that's boner candidate number 2.
Yes. All right. You've got to decide of these 2 candidates, which one is the worst, which one deserves to be boner of the day. 1 or 2. Remember your candidate number. Put that single digit in the message of a text, and then text that to 33986. Easy. Or you can call the producer's booth and use your voice to vote, 877-602-9696. Or go online, go to x96.com, look for the box that says Boner Fight 6/9/2021 and vote there. Now, you probably won't see it right away when you get to the website. Refresh your browser, your web browser, and it should appear and you can vote online. Okay? You have until the end of these messages. Let's go. This is Boner of the Day. My question is, and this is for you parents, is I didn't know that they still did these.
Oh, yeah.
The daddy-daughter
Mhm.
dance,
Mhm.
and there's a mommy-son dance.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know they still did these.
Yeah. Sure.
They seem
No, they're sweet.
creepy.
No, they're sweet. They're really
I
nice.
don't know. You're not watching Bates Motel with me.
That's your problem. You're skewed. You're skewed with the Bates family.
Well, they're just I mean, they're
Because
just
Carrie,
meant to
that's all
be-
that is
Tell me
a dance.
Well, tell me what they.
They're- I mean,
What is it?
It's
Tell
just
me.
meant to be. It's meant to be an evening where father and daughter, who may not necessarily interact all the time, because the dad's at work and it's the mom who takes care of things and. So it's just so they just go to the dance and there's punch and cookies.
It's cute.
Yeah.
You get dressed up, and it's a nice.
Why do you think
evening
it's
out.
creepy?
You don't think it sends a weird message?
No.
No.
Because you do the exact same activity with a boy. You know, the boy you're dating. It's the exact same activity, the prom, right?
Well, except it's
or the
except
harvest
there's
dance.
Except
or
there's a
whatever.
different intent.
And this is no different than
No, there's a different intent. If you're taking a girl to the prom, you'll want to after the prom get with her in the back seat of the car,
Oh.
and in the daddy-daughter dance, that never would even occur to you.
Well,
I mean, really.
No, Carrie. Okay, do you think this is cute?
All right.
When dads that have little girls and the little girl wants to have a little tea party, and she invites daddy to the tea party, and they say,
That's. I'm not
Well,
getting laid
kids-
at the end of a tea party.
Kids shouldn't be.
well, it doesn't have to go there. It's
Well,
just
no,
nice.
but that's what the dance is all
see,
about.
That's what's in Carrie's mind.
See, anytime I went to a high school dance, my goal at the end was to at least
Okay.
make out.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, Carrie, I went to lots of dances where that never happened.
Gina, that's
Well,
that's
that's
you.
a bad example.
Gina, that's you. You're a bad
I
example.
just went to dances where it was just about the dance and
no,
went out to dinner, and that was the end of
no,
it.
Gina, the guy you were with, that was not what it was all
Not
about.
all guys think
Yes.
that way. Any
Yes,
dance
they do.
ever. That's
Ye-
the
yes.
purpose of
Yes.
going to a dance.
Yes.
No.
Okay, you see my point about the daddy-daughter.
No, because daddy's it's a daddy. It's not. It's the kid's
See,
dad, not
okay,
a
well,
date.
The real reason we should stop doing the daddy-daughter and the mommy-son
Yeah.
is because this is the age of Disney. At least one of the parents are dead or divorced or something.
Follow Gina Barberi on Twitter at RFHGina. This is Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, it's 9:37. Time to award Boner of the Day.
And it's brought to you in part by Teriyaki Chicken and Noodles.
And find your match at Strong Volkswagen, where the down payment matches the monthly payment. Plus, all new 2021 SUVs have 0% financing. Visit strongvw.com for details.
I might say oodles of noodles. So we had boner candidate number 1, a new dumbest member of Congress. They keep coming every day. I think tomorrow we'll have another one for you. It seems to be Louis Gohmert.
What a Gohmert he is.
He might be one. But so this was Mo Brooks, who accidentally posted his Gmail password and PIN numbers on Twitter. Went up against, come on, let the band play. The Farmington High School band had an opportunity to go perform in Hawaii in December for Pearl Harbor Day, but district policy forbids them being gone that long, and
let them go.
They should let them go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether it was a love of marching bands, high school bands, or because it was local, but they win Boner of the Day.
There you go. And is now qualified to be Boner of the Week. That'll be decided by Dave Mattson on Friday at about this time.
You know, I'm pretty dense, really. When I was talking about escape rooms earlier, you know, this escape room and that escape room,
Mm-hmm.
I pictured it being just one room where everybody is in one room the whole time. And apparently that's not the case. It's a series of rooms that you try to...
Yeah.
I thought it was just like... And I just thought, what kind of hell is that? But I guess there's usually more than one room.
And they're all different. There are some that are just one room. Not many, but there are some.
There are some that are just one room.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, and they're really complicated.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's the others where, you know, you escape one room and get into another, and then you go to another one, and then,
The Blair Witch one, that says fans will be able to immerse themselves in the village of Burkittsville, Maryland, to investigate mysterious happenings and disappearances within the community. So there's it's the Blair Witch theme and the whole theme of the movie, and look at the Blair Witch myth, which
And then
wasn't very
there's
scary.
somebody in the other room watching you on camera.
Right.
Yep.
And occasionally will come on the microphone and go, "You're getting warmer," or give you, some other sort of, like if you're taking too long.
Yeah, if you're taking too long, then it becomes, the key is in the fishing box. We've got another group coming in.
You know that thing that looks like a doorknob? Try turning that. No, it doesn't sound fun to me. It doesn't sound fun. I'm not sure. I was just thinking, I saw a commercial for Disneyland on TV last night, and I was thinking, thank God I don't have to go to Disneyland anymore.
Why would you look?
At all?
Yeah, I don't have to go anymore.
Why would you think of it that way, though?
Because
Why?
I don't know. It's just because
Okay, this sounds dumb and that sounds dumb, and I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. Tell me something you want to do. And it has to be out of your house.
I was going to say he's silent
going
here.
somewhere.
Well, something out of my house and going
Yes.
somewhere. There's not
something
much.
you want to. There's not much that you want to.
Here's what's
Fishing.
happened. Here's what's happened in our house is that we have gone from taking, this week that we've got coming off here at the end of the month. We got a week off coming up. We went from we're going to go spend the week in California with my brother-in-law and his kids. And then we'd go to, this is before they move away from the area, we're going to hit Santa Barbara and all the places that I like to go there and all that. And we went from that to, well, maybe just a weekend. And that wasn't our doing. That was strictly because his house is up for sale. He's moving into a new job in in Orange County, and there's a lot going on. And I said to Sue, it sounds like we're going to be a problem as opposed to guests. And so we said, well, we just won't go. So we thought about, let's go to Portland. We've never been to Portland. Great food city. That's how we pick our travels, is food cities. And so we know somebody who lives up there, and so we was talking to them about, the opening up and all of that. And after everything that she explained to us, we went, well, maybe not Portland.
It's not quite time.
Because it's not quite time. He said
Yeah.
if you were to come at the end of summer, all of this would be fixed. But, there's still the issues. So we're like, okay, well, then what do we do? We're going to stay home and go out to dinner every night of the week that we are home.
That's what you're doing. You're not going
that's
anywhere.
what we're going to do.
There you
So
go.
we got to line up a bunch of restaurants we haven't tried and see.
I mean, how thrilled are you, Gina, about trekking off to, for the second year in a row,
Third year in a row,
Glacier? I mean, really.
What do you mean? I love what's beautiful up there. I love it up there.
Sure. You've been.
Yeah.
You've been. I mean, that's the way I look at a lot of things. I've done that.
But I've been and I enjoyed it. So why would I not want to go enjoy it again? It's like saying I went to this restaurant and the food was great. I loved it. I don't ever have to go back
it's very
there.
different. It's
How
very
is that different?
Well, because you don't have to travel in a motorhome to get to the restaurant for hours and hours and hours.
That's part of the fun.
Oh.
See, Bill, I enjoy being with my family, being, captive in a car and talking.
Maybe I would
and listening to
enjoy being with your
music and-
family. Maybe I would enjoy being with your family.
I think he's asking for an invitation.
You want to come to Glacier?
You got another seat? No, we're actually going to drive to a 13-hour drive. Actually, we won't do it all in one. We're going to go up to Chelan, Washington. And my sister, who I don't really know very well, my half-sister, and go. They have a house there. We've been there before, but have a cabin.
Well, why are
there.
you going back if you've been there before? You've been there already.
Because my wife wants to do something, anything. Anything. It's just get out. We need to get out.
Go.
We need to get out and do something. So, me, I could, I'll stay home. People say to me,
for you to get out.
Bill, you used to ride motorcycles all the time. Don't you miss it? No, I've done it. I did it a lot. Took long trips.
Well, try this. Oh, I'd love to go with you. My back, though. My back.
Oh,
You
go and have a good
I'll
time.
be, you don't want me doing the, all that driving and,
No, it's beautiful up there, and it'll be nice to see my sister, who I've only seen a few times in my life. Actually.
I've seen her before. I don't need.
I know what she looks like.
I've seen pictures.
I've seen that. All right, we'll take a break. We will be back crawling towards the exits after these X96.
Do we still have popcorn in the building?
Yeah, why?
Because we should get rid of it all.
This might be the evidence that we have some. I'm eating it. God, you're a genius. You should be a detective.
Everybody knows you're eating it. Can we get rid of all the popcorn in the building so Bill doesn't eat it on the air anymore?
I'm attempting to get rid of it right now. I'm eating it.
But the fact that you have a small bowl of it tells me there's a bigger bag of it on your desk, and we'll be enjoying this
There
for
are
weeks to
3
come.
big bags of it on my desk.
Mm-hmm.
And don't worry yourself about it. It's fine.
If you would hurry and eat it, then he wouldn't be able to.
So I need to take care of it.
You need to take some initiative.
She won't touch any of it.
I will.
No, this is Thai curry coconut. She
Yeah,
won't
no,
touch
I
it.
won't eat that one.
And then there's white cheddar pepper.
No, I
she
won't.
won't touch that.
Nope.
And then there's seaweed.
No,
she won't touch that either.
I like the rosemary truffle one.
It's gone.
Yeah, it was the first to go.
Because it's the best.
Because it's the best.
No, it's the only one you'll eat. Does not mean it's the best.
If it's gone, it's the best.
The Thai curry coconut is the best.
Is that what you have
It's good
there?
too.
Yeah.
So weeks and weeks we'll be enjoying.
No, I'm taking it home today.
Okay, good.
Don't worry about it. I'll take it home.
Okay, good.
And,
yeah.
you don't have to call attention to it.
No, I don't, because everybody can tell.
No,
And that's really why he wanted to get off the phone. He has a phobia about hearing people eating.
Oh, they couldn't tell.
They could.
No,
Yes,
they can't
yes, they
tell.
can.
You cannot tell that I'm eating popcorn on the air right now.
No.
There's no way you can tell. I'm a professional and I know how to do it. I am a professional radio personality who knows.
I was going to say,
Now, if it was TV.
Half of that sentence is true.
If it was TV, you could tell because you'd see me doing
I
it.
think Dan Rascone has stories of news anchors eating.
I bet he doesn't.
Listen, I've seen Dan Rascone pick his teeth while doing a news story.
On a live shot?
Yeah. Standing there with a toothpick going, well, tonight's news.
Atropos tweets, I hope that someday I can win a prize and have Bill ask me questions with a mouthful of popcorn.
Listen, these are our friends. You know, you eat popcorn with friends. These are all our friends.
It just is going to make people hungry. That's what it does.
I am hungry now, actually. Talking about all
Well,
this.
the popcorn, there's
Thai curry.
on his desk.
Thai curry coconut.
Kerry Jackson, Bill Allred, Gina Barberi, Radio from Hell on X96.
9:51.
I would love it if it was just, your fingerprint that just opened everything.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
And you don't need passwords.
Got this important-looking document in the mail.
It's blurry because
blurry.
of your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Up by your face. Put it on your face. There you go.
Yeah. Now
Doesn't
I
that
can't
look
read
important?
It looks important, but
yeah, it's so it says on it, important. Alumni verification is now due.
Wow.
And there's a number to call. It's from Weber State University, the Oral History Project. It says on the back, more than 90% of Weber State University alumni we've spoken to in regard to verification program. Anyway, you need to update all your information. We're collecting stories from our alumni to memorialize the history of the campus. We need you to call and just make sure that you update your stories. We have all your information. This is a fundraising effort. It makes you think that you're participating and maybe you are, makes you feel like you're participating in an alumni oral history project.
Can it be both?
It's really mainly that they would like you to contribute to the.
Is there anywhere on there that asks for money?
No, which I think is kind of not upfront.
Well, maybe it's not a fun.
It is.
Maybe they really want.
This is the Alumni Association wants money from you. That's why they're doing this.
Is there a phone number?
Yeah.
You just call them
Toll
up and
free.
leave them a message. I got a lot of stories to tell, and just start telling them, and then the tape will run out.
Yeah. No. I mean, they'll hit you up for money afterwards.
My sister works there. You want me to have her look into it?
She works
you?
for the Alumni Association.
No, she's a professor at Weber State.
Oh no, I wouldn't want to bother a professor with this kind of thing.
No.
No. This is the Alumni Association.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah, no, I don't. Professors, they don't need to be bothered with that.
The
What is she a
alumni.
professor of?
I don't know. It's like
Home ec?
leadership or something. No, it's like
leadership.
leadership or something. Marketing, sales.
I'm a professor of
something.
leadership.
Something. It's the sales. It's the sales and marketing.
Oh, so
I don't know what
she's
her
probably in on
official-
this scam.
Yeah, she
right
probably
here.
created it.
Let's see. I looked it up, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
The Weber State Oral History Project.
Yeah.
Its interviews explore the process of achieving university status, major issues, accreditation, diversity, changes in curriculum,
Yeah.
changes in development.
We urge you. It's critically important to talk to the Weber State University. I don't.
I mean,
It's just
I-
they'll ask me for money. I know
The
they
Weber
will.
State College Oral History Program was created in the 70s to record and document through personal reminiscence the history, growth, and development of Weber State College. Through interviews with faculty and students, the program's goal is to expand
Costs
the
money to run a program like that. I'll tell you.
I think this is just a. So,
Hey,
Bill,
no,
Bill,
listen,
now wait. There's a list of notable Weber State alumni, and you
Oh.
can listen to their stories.
Noted notables.
Like who?
This is, well, I don't know. Crawford Forrest. We've met him
Sure.
before.
Yeah.
You can listen to his oral history story. You can listen to. I mean, I don't know.
Listen, as I'm looking at this, they have a great oral history for just about everything except for the smokers' parking lot. Bill, maybe you could.
Well, it wasn't the smokers' parking lot. It was this. There, you could smoke in the Union Building.
Union
at the time
Building,
I went
yeah,
there,
okay,
and
yeah.
you could sit there, and it was in one section of the Union Building.
There you
and
go.
Smoke and watch reruns of Star Trek.
See, I'll bet that's something they don't have in there.
Jay Bracken Lee. You can go listen to his. I mean,
I'd
I don't
rather
know
not.
who. Well, I'm just saying. I think you're dismissing this. And it could be that Bill Allred is a notable alumni from Weber State, and we would like his oral history story to
They
add
need his
to this.
smokers' stories.
And
yes.
wouldn't you like to make a contribution to the alumni fund, Mr. Allred?
And then you say no, and
And I'm sure they'd be happy to have my story, but they want my money as well.
And then you say no, and then you walk away.
Just think you shouldn't dismiss it out of hand.
But so, a long time ago, they had this program where it said you can mentor a student in the theater department, the Alumni Association did. And so I said, okay, I'd be maybe I should do that. I should sit, and you could have lunch with somebody in the theater department, or any. Actually, I think it was any student you could have lunch with and talk to them about, being a college. And but then I also would periodically have to meet with the people who ran the program, who really wanted me to make a contribution to the alumni fund.
Well, maybe you lead with that. I am not going to contribute to the alumni fund. Do you want my stories or not? I think that's the approach right there.
I'm on to you. I'm on to you.
I'm not going to donate. Do you want my stories or not? I got stuff that Jay Bracken Lee doesn't know.
You
There
think
you go.
he had stories? I got stories.
There's the way you do it.
Jay Bracken Lee, anti-communist, right-wing. Anyway.
I can tell you about the communist activities on.
Yeah, you got Bracken Lee.
Where are the meat?
He was telling you about the fake ones. These are the real ones.
Yeah.
Let's do the promo and get out of here.
We are crawling closer to the weekend, so crawl with us into Thursday's Radio from Hell show.
We're going to kick things off. How can we kick things off if we're crawling? We kick things off at 6:45 with the latest geek news, and then right after that, we dare you to call in and battle Gina over trivia questions with Beat Gina.
That happens at 7 a.m., and we have some Alanis Morissette tickets for the listener that thinks they have what it takes.
And then Mayor Mendenhall will join us at 7:45 for our weekly update, followed by Sean Means movie reviews at 8.
Obviously, you don't want to miss Thursday's Radio from Hell show on X96.
Obviously.
All right. I think we got all of a... Oh, here we go. Karen in Wendover did her alumni call to Weber State. They did not ask for money.
They did not.
You got a phone call there, Bill?
What the hell is wrong with my phone? It's...
Someone's calling you asking you for money. That's what.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, it's weird, though. I have it on mute, and there's some setting that's gone haywire in there.
All right. I think we're good. We got all business? Yeah.
Yep.
Fine job as always, Katie. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
I'm not a fan of organ meat.
Corey is next.